Awesome description. Dang it.
Fucking killing me. All right.
Killing me softly.
All right.
Wait, are we
there
back?
we go.
Yeah, we just had massive frame drop. I don't know why, but I hardwired it in.
Oh well.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right.
No problem. It's like that
That
happens.
was bad.
All right. So
It's like 1,200 frames.
let's see.
Are we can chat? Can you let us know if our voices and our mouths are synced? I know that was an issue before.
Can everyone hear us? I hope.
Yeah, we can
Hopefully everything is fine.
We're all
right.
synced up now.
Yeah, well, I think we also dropped back down to 0 viewers.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. We've got people again. All right. Hi, everyone, again. Technical difficulties.
Sorry about that.
Worry not. We are... So, today, we are listening to fabulous recaps of what has happened so far. We've got opinions from Dill, from Gruna, from Felix. Dill, did you get a chance to really say anything? Did you?
No, I haven't started yet.
All right, fabulous, Dill. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah, the last few days have been sort of a roller coaster for Dill. He died almost. He was saved by the ferryman, his guide through all of this, the one who created him. Finally getting to speak to him again after 10 years of not hearing from him, and then finding out immediately that he had to kill him. The only one that had guided him through his 1,000-year life. So that was fun.
Yeah.
We went to a desert. We spoke to Sud for a bit, found out more about the lore and the history of Dill's race. And finally, he had to kill the ferryman. And it was a very hard decision for him, but it had to be done. And he did so. And then he got the dilemma of either staying on the plane with the rest of the Reapers or going back to the material plane, which was a very hard decision, but ultimately he decided that he wanted to stay with his new friends and explore. And explore who he can be.
If it was me, I wouldn't be with. I mean, I would be in the plane with everything happiness and dances like any day of the week. But hey, it was your decision, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's because you're a shady lady. That's why.
And now we're in a bog, so that's great.
Yay!
Yay!
I can tell that I made the right choice.
Yeah, you totally did. So, what about Gore? How did Gore feel about all that?
Dwarf was, and I guess still is, grumpy, pissed off, hungry and thirsty. And
no, that's true.
He's pissed off at Gruna for being a prideful, stubborn B-word.
Oh, yeah. There was.
That's normal for her, but
right.
Nothing new.
He is excited about his new lightning powers, and he's excited that. So he's of two minds. He's like, oh, the stupid party members not, cooperating, and then he's like, oh, but I got lightning now. That's cool. We fought this big creature that was super worthy of a sweet battle. So he was like mad, but now he's like getting less mad because cool things are happening. But now he's a Notket, and Notket sucks. And he hates Non-Ketians.
Yeah.
Because
technically, Luna is Nonketian.
He hates the people that enslaved the orcs. And he fought most of his, if not all of his military career and more years with his mercenary group fighting in the Nonketi Civil War, so
Yeah.
hanging out in swamps,
Yeah,
getting all gross.
not a fan of swamps.
So,
Unless he's for bashing on Kidians.
oh my, I'm sorry. I just saw that too, Wizard. I did not realize that you got that little train thing. That's so cool.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
right?
dope.
He's actually got the title Hype Train Conductor because
Yeah.
of all the stuff he did last week. Congratulations, Snowflake. I love it. All right, so our adventurers have first helped to save thousands of reapers to free their souls so that they were no longer simply trapped in their mausoleum. They are now having converted the third layer of Arborea from a lifeless wasteland into a beautiful verdant forest using the energy that the ferryman had stored inside him. They also created a home for all of the other reapers that never actually woke up. They had been in a coma for 1,000 years waiting to be activated and never were. But now they are free to roam the beautiful forests on the third layer of Arborea. And soon gave many gifts to our friends, including some planar touchstones. And some got extra constitution, some got extra charisma. Isn't that exciting?
So.
And then transported them back home. Almost. I mean, close enough.
Not even close.
Right? Same planet.
I
mean,
guess it's Juna's home in some way.
Same plane of existence, close enough for gods.
Yeah.
Close
She
enough
just
for gods.
threw a dart and was like,
over there.
I mean, when you have the entire multiverse to choose from, getting the right planet, I feel like, is legit. Okay.
We hit the board.
To get the right country to next time, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe any other country except this one.
Well, so you all find yourself you have left the mausoleum of the ferryman. And as you do so, as the last one of you leaves, suddenly the door seems to hide itself and recede into the hill that you're right next to. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
So I guess that
me and Felix didn't get recaps.
Oh my god!
Felix did.
Oh, Felix did.
I got
Felix
recaps,
did.
but it got cut off halfway, I think.
Well, it's because no one cares about you, even the internet. So, Thule, tell me, how did Thule feel?
This is not yet. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is not a place I should be for any good reason or any bad reason. Gorf, I'm going to need to stay in proximity to you. You need to keep me from doing stupid shit.
I always do that.
No,
What?
like worse than Gruna.
Like, wait, why? What's different about this place for you? I mean, I hate this place. It's a shithole, but, I mean, why do you hate it?
Slavers don't do well with me.
I'm sorry. Where are we? I don't recognize this place.
We're in non-cat.
And
it's non-cats.
Luna just signals the volcano. See that? I used to live there. Well, not inside of it, of course.
It's warm.
But...
Not to mention Felix is half buried in swamp water.
Hey, lightly floating on a lily pad over here. Okay, it's fine.
Although I can't help you if you're being vague, I still don't know what you need me to do.
Okay, guys.
If I see stupid people doing stupid things, I'm going to do stupider things.
You know what?
There
I
isn't
don't like
anybody
and I'll
here in this country. I mean, actually, that's probably not true. He looks over at Gruna. If they're not
This is
orcs,
serious, guys.
I don't care what you do to them.
Listen up. It's not the first time I have to do this. I know some paths. I don't know if they still work, but we gotta get out of here as quick as possible. And who knows if...
Agreed.
And thank you, Denise. Yay for the map. Yes, as you are as you are actually standing there, you suddenly start hearing a weird buzzing sound.
Nature check,
Does
maybe?
Yes, you can do a nature check. Give me a nature check.
Being an
Let's see how
Engedian, that
this
help me in
goes.
any way, shape, or form?
You can definitely do it with
This
advantage.
is not the.
what about
Nice.
Gorf?
Yes, you can make a nature check also, but you would not be doing it. Oh, look at that! With
What?
your crit!
I have
With your
disadvantage anyway.
crit!
I stumbled on
Gruna.
this before. I've seen
There
this
is-
before.
So, Gruna, you recognize this for a couple of reasons. One is that you recognize the sound, but you also recognize the feeling. You realize that the sound isn't just in your ears, it's also in your head. There's this weird buzzing. And it was the same kind of buzzing that you felt when you were part of the hive mind.
Oh no. Okay. Where is it coming from? More or less directions?
So
the
it would be,
volcano.
it seems to be coming from the opposite direction of the volcano. So behind you.
Okay. We're gonna run away from this.
What
You see
is
a
it?
Gruna just... It's just like when we were in the fog, you know. I don't know. We just gotta get away from here. I don't know where.
And then you suddenly hear the sounds of what sounds like horse hooves. It's definitely getting closer. It's definitely getting close very quickly, and they seem to be like just over the next hill.
Fuck! And I will cast this guy's self to turn myself into an Azikar. Like an Azikar version of Bruna.
Okay. Fabulous.
A what?
I'm casting invisibility.
Okay.
Yes, it was a tool.
And so the buzzing and the horse hooves are obviously very different things. All right. What's going to happen next?
Gorf's gonna ready his mace to strike at any danger because he can't turn invisible.
And you suddenly hear a voice that you recognize.
Gorfa or I? Or both of us?
All of you.
All of us.
All of you. It sounds far away right now, but it sounds like it's getting closer. And it's, God damn it, Tara. Can't you drive this thing any faster? And you recognize it's Corton's voice.
Oh shit!
Okay, it's fine.
And it's coming.
Fine.
It's coming from over the other. You can't see that there is a road anywhere near here, but it sounds like Corton's approaching, maybe from over the next hill.
Okay.
Well, we should go get talk to him. Tell him what
Full
happened.
sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
I'll drop
buzzing's
the
getting
invisibility.
louder, and the buzzing's getting now. Everybody can hear the buzzing, and you
Is
start
it
to
anything
feel a
like my
pressure.
hive mind?
It is a different thing.
Okay.
Okay,
It is
everyone.
similar. You understand the different. You understand that it's a hive mind. You can start feeling it now. It's close enough. So tell me what you're doing right now. We're gonna start splitting this into rounds.
Okay.
Round
Gruna
one.
will-
Holding his head and running as fast as he can towards fucking Corton's voice.
Awesome. What about you, Gruna?
Same, and I will tell everyone to do so.
Okay.
Everyone, go to Corton's voice.
Gorf is gonna pick
Felix?
up Felix unless he protests and grab and run.
Yeah,
with him.
I'll get picked up. Sure. Corton, we're over here.
And you see, as you crest the hill, you see a wagon, and with Corton and Peregrine in the back, you see Tara in the front, driving the wagon, and you see little Flit on a horse next to the wagon, just trying to hold on for dear life, and they are racing. And Corton looks over at the top of the hill. he sees you and he's just like, "What in the nine hells are you doing here?"
Well, we thought
We'd
you
like
missed
to
us
know
so
that
much.
answer too.
And
We came to visit you.
as you're being snotty and shitty to Corton, you see an image of Soon standing in the back of the chariot, in the back of the wagon, and you hear in your heads, "Your chariot awaits." And then she disappears. And you all have probably like 1.5 rounds before the wagon just completely passes you. They are going at top speed as fast as they can.
I don't think Gorf's gonna make a run and jump. I mean, he's gonna
From
try,
that
but
distance, we
he
think
could
we
destroy the
can
wagon.
get
So,
in the way
Gruna,
of the
what do you-
carriage.
Gruna, what are you gonna do?
Does Bruna think he can get in the way of the carriage before that she's gonna be fast enough to jump on top of it?
Probably.
Is it
You
o-
could
is it
probably
open?
just make it.
Is it
Yes,
covered?
it's an open
Okay.
bedded. It's like a wagon on the back.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? What's happening? This is happening very quickly, guys.
I'm being
Jumping
held like
for
a
it.
handbag right now,
Running.
so
Jumping
So,
for it.
Gorf, what are you doing?
Running as close as he can. He's gonna try to toss Felix in the back.
I'll long strider Gorf, so we both make it.
Fabulous.
That's
Awesome,
100
Ithul.
feet around with a dash.
Ithul, are you what are you doing?
I'm just gonna jump into the cart.
Awesome. Okay, so is that everybody? That's Gorf, Felix, Gruna, and Ithul?
I mean, if Gorf is
Yep.
capable of jumping in a cart, he's gonna try. But
Well, so as you do, you suddenly feel, you see Peregrine look over at you and sort of make a fist, and you feel a giant invisible fist grab you and lift you up into the cart. And Corton looks at you and says, "Well, at least we've got a little help now. Good Lord, I don't know what got these little bastards all riled up. Do you, Peregrine?" And Peregrine looks at him. He's like, I don't know. This is crazy.
Corton,
And-
can you answer me something quickly? What is this feeling?
So as he turns to answer you, you see coming over the horizon thousands of humanoid insects with 4 arms. And what you're hearing is the buzz of their wings. They're like giant grasshoppers.
Oh,
Do I recognize them?
my
And
God.
everybody, Gruna, you can have advantage on your nature check. Wait, no, you already got your crit. So you
Okay.
absolutely recognize them as Thrykeen. But these are not the typical Thrykeen. These are the warrior caste of the Thrykeen. And there are thousands of them coming
Are the
after.
Vikings related with the Nankedian government, or they go on their own?
As far as you know, they are on their own.
Okay.
is
Okay.
just
This is bad. This is bad.
oh,
But they're not Nankedians at least, or it's not with the government. Okay.
And they're getting closer and closer. It looks like they can actually, because of their wings, they can jump like 90 feet around.
Hmm.
So they are coming up real fast.
How fast is the cart moving?
The cart's moving at about the cart's moving probably about like just slower than like 85 feet. You know, so you're keeping a little bit of a distance, but you maybe have like 2 or 3 rounds before the front wave of them
That's crazy.
actually starts getting to you.
Corton, can you make us invisible? I can make an illusion to distract them.
Corton says, "We tried that already. Do you think we haven't tried that to escape? They're psychic. They can tell
Okay, I
where
get
we're
it, Corton.
standing."
Okay, I get it.
Good
no need to explain
Lord.
further. Okay.
Oh,
Did you make a wall?
Yeah, like maybe some prismatic wall or something?
So he looks at you and sneers, and he's like this, and he makes a wall of light that probably kills like 10 of them, and they're just immediately replaced. And then he's like, or like this, and he creates a wall of ice, and just drops it on them. Another 10 get killed, and then thousands take their place. It's like any of those? Yes, yes, I can. Yes, I can, and I have now. We just need to get the hell out of here.
Is
Yes.
there quick question, DM? Is there any way I can impose some sort of psychic interference around us?
Peregrine is already doing that. You recognize that, like, the reason that you all have not been overcome by the combined psychic efforts of these creatures is because Peregrine is shielding the wagon right now.
Vendetta gave one of the enemies disadvantage. So we good.
What?
We good. He's like, I give
Let's
the
go.
baddies disadvantage. So we good.
And
And they have
As,
disadvantage on their movement.
yes.
Thanks, Vendetta. You
Yes,
saved the day.
you can. That's right. One of them, you see him get a crick in his neck, and he sort of falls back. But,
Ah,
Yeah, go on, babe. You are.
there's
We love
just
you for it.
face plant.
And while you suddenly realize that you are in horrific danger, Gorf, you look down and you see your brother lying in the cart, unconscious and bloody.
Guru? Gorton, what the fuck?
I'll explain it to you when we're not about to be
Yep,
eaten by
okay.
giant bugs.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Does
And-
Luna know any way in these swamps that may have across these swamps and know some area that will be helpful for us in order to escape, like a cave or somewhere that I came around when I was escaping Nanket?
You can give me a history check.
Sure. Do you have any advantage or just history?
Just history, because you're not particularly familiar with this particular swamp. Yeah, so you have heard tales of places to hide within this swamp, but you can't, you couldn't give them specific directions to it.
Okay. I know there are some places that we can hide, but I don't know exactly where here.
And now that the Raikeen are close enough that they start you see the area about 20 feet behind the cart suddenly start lighting up like fireworks as you realize that these Thrykeen actually throw psionic bolts,
Fuck.
and they are crashing against the shield that Peregrine has thrown up around the cart. And you see the shield sort of starting to weaken as literally hundreds of these bolts are landing each round. And with that, round one of the swarm begins. And
Okay.
to start, let us do a little bit of initiative just to keep this in an orderly fashion.
Let me use my token just for the initiative then.
Should we place our tokens then so that we can end up? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fine. I'll just, whoops.
If I get rid of it, oh yeah, I do lose the initiative tab.
Yeah. So just pull your tokens out, and then we
I
can
had
do.
a 10, so I will just.
All right, and we've got Felix. We've got all four of you. Fabulous. And as you watch, you
Can you
see.
change that back to my original one that I rolled, the
What?
10.14?
I'm
Because I
sorry,
wasn't
what-
on the. I didn't have my token selected. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. There's honestly, initiative's not going to matter. This is just to keep track of things. So the first wave of the swarm hits you. Before they can get to the cart, you see the same hand, the giant invisible hand that Peregrine had used to help Gorf into the cart, swipes at one of these insect attackers and sends it sprawling, while Corton has his eyes start to glow, and you seem to see bits of the night sky descend around his head as he casts Crown of Stars and sends one hurtling into one of the Thrykeen, sending it sprawling onto the ground and rolling backwards, unable to keep up with the cart any longer. And now you have 2 more attackers that have managed to jump onto the cart, holding onto the side, ready to hurt you. What are you gonna do, Dill?
First of all, I'm going to pull out the Rod of Security. I'm just going to reach it over to Corton and tell him, we can get to safety. We can use it as an interstop for planar travel if you'd like. And I'm just going to hand it to him if you think it will work.
And Corton looks at you and says, it might. Hold on just a minute, though. I think, do you see that little mountain pass next to the volcano? If we can get there, they will not follow us. We just have to make it past the city.
If you say so, I'll turn around and use pew pew to Eldritch Blast. One
right.
on each of them.
Okay, tell me, does the Eldritch Blast hit?
Well, let's see.
By the way, go to the music thing. We can have some more action in the
17 and 23.
I mean, you're shooting at a swarm. I'd hope you'd hit.
I'm shooting at the 2 of them that's on the cart.
Yes.
So
yes,
there
yes.
are. Yeah. So, one of them does hit.
5 points of force damage.
So now in this situation, I don't want to know what the damage is. I want to know what happens to him. How does he get off? How do you push him off the cart with your Eldritch Blast?
I imagine it's like standing with, holding on with one arm. I just shoot one of the Eldritch Blast, and it goes past his head. It looks over, and I shoot the other one. It sort of hits the knee and buckles it, and he just falls off.
Nice. Shooting him in the knee. Kneecapping him. Very Nancy Kerrigan of you. There we go. And now Felix.
I'm just gonna look at this bleeding guy on the floor, and is there any reason you guys didn't heal this guy?
Corton gives you such an astonishingly withering stare.
I've got to do everything around here. God,
you can literally feel your skin getting drier as he looks at you.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Denise, that's so funny. This ain't an Uber. Oh, that got me.
I'll just healing word him real quick.
So you're gonna what? I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna healing word the dying guy on the floor of the cart.
Fabulous. You see a little bit of his. You see a few of his wounds, sort of start to knit themselves back together, but he still looks on the brink of death.
All right, then I'll spare the dying him? I mean,
oh no, he's alive.
All right. In that case, I'll just that was my bonus action. I'll just look at the other guy that's still in the cart, and I'll be like, "Dang, you guys are really ugly," and I'll just vicious mockery them.
What language are you using?
Oh shoot, yeah, they don't really. Well, I don't think you need to actually understand them as long as there is a. Hold on.
It's just the way he says it. It's
Yeah.
the tone of his voice.
It's because it's
They
infused
know.
with psychic energies.
Yeah.
So you try to do this, and there's literally no reaction. And you
Okay.
see it start to wave its antennas and clack its mouth parts together,
hmm
and you realize that it has no capacity for common speech.
Well, it
That
doesn't need to. It as long as it can hear me, it doesn't need to understand me.
So it cannot hear you. What you
Okay.
realize is that what it does is it communicates through visual cues using its mandibles and its antenna.
Oh, then I'll go like this. What? Like head fake him, and that'll be my turn.
Um,
Wow, that was very offensive, Felix.
yeah, you
know, like-
see you see this poor Thrykeen suddenly like put its eyes in its hand and start weeping
Oh no!
inconsolably as it falls off the cart because of what you just said to it. And if you ever meet a Thrykeen in a non-combat situation, because they do have a hive mind, every single Thrykeen will know your face, and you will have disadvantage on any charisma saves
That's
against
worth,
these
honestly.
people.
Worth
Oh,
it.
does he fall off the cart?
He does.
Yeah, I'll just be like, and there's more where that came from, and then I'll turn
And-
back to the party.
And you suddenly realize that there was more where they came from too, as 8 more of them suddenly try to jump on the cart. You see Peregrine and Corton look at each other, and they sort of giggle a little bit. And you see Corton wave his hand, and you see a huge wall of stone that's only 10 feet wide, but like 120 feet tall. And Peregrine just suddenly grows out of the ground. And Peregrine just uses the Big B's hand that he's got going right now to push that wall of stone over as it crushes a whole line of the Thrykeen that are following you. But
That's pretty bad.
4 of them still manage to get onto the cart. And Gruna, what are you gonna do?
Fuck. You will see as Grun eyes start glowing this greenish blue tone that it does whenever she casts a spell, and just a blue energy will surround both her hands and will throw Eldritch Blast to 2 of the Thrykeens into the chest, trying to knock them out of the cart. She just goes. She doesn't say anything. She seems too concentrated and quite angry at the situation.
And what does she do?
2 Eldritch Blast. Well, Eldritch Blast that divides because level 5.
Okay, roll me attack and damage.
Sure. So Eldritch
Oh my god.
Blast
Oh my gosh.
for 17. The
And
second
you miss.
21
And the second one hits.
for 2 damage.
Tell me how he gets knocked off the cart.
The blue energy will just impact on the chest of Thrykeen, and at first will just kind of stumble a little bit, and then Gruna will step a little bit up and with fast kick him out of the cart.
That's right. And there are 3 left. And Gorf, what are you gonna do?
Are there 2 on, like 2 on one side and 1 on the other, or are they on the back? Where are they located?
There are yes, 2 on one side and 1 on the other side.
Okay, can I take my mace and just sweep the whole side of one with an attack with my mace? And just smack him into the thing, or do I have to target one of them specifically?
Is anybody else on that side of the cart?
We don't know the exact location.
I am.
Probably there has to be.
Thank you,
someone.
Felix, for understanding the practice of this thing. There is yes. So Felix is on that side of the cart. So what I'm going to need you to do is tell me how you're going to get to these Thrykean without smashing Felix at the same time.
Can I nimble dodge?
Duck!
What? Quack.
Duck, where?
What? Ah!
Let's
So,
hope Felix isn't that dumb.
right.
Listen, I'm not dumb. I'm just sexy. Okay, there's a difference. Anyway,
You can be both.
So,
Exactly.
do you duck, Felix?
yes. I don't think I have to duck very far, but I will duck.
No.
He probably doesn't.
All right, Gorf, tell me how this happens.
He just basically golf swings and just smacks two of them and just have them go flying into the crowd or the swarm.
So as you do this, as you are bringing it around, Felix ducks very quickly, but Gorf, you actually catch his hat.
No!
And it
What
goes
the
flying as you knock both of these Thrykean off of the side of the cart, and they go tumbling onto the road, tripping up several of their brethren. And you see Felix's poor hat getting trampled by thousands of Thrykean.
And we discovered that he
Inconsolable.
was in fact balding.
I'm all fur. How am I balding?
That was the reason for the hat, just like
You're
a
lying
monk.
at me.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
You
lying.
have
Yeah.
like top of the head, you have mange or
Yeah, the
something.
top, yeah.
Oh,
This is so.
lying at me.
Ethul, there is
What the
one
fuck?
left
Dwarf
on
has
the
a second
cart.
attack, but I don't need to use it.
No, you don't. There
Right.
is Ethul.
Ethul just dips his hand into his shadow, pulls out the frostbane, runs up to the one that's on the side of the cart still, and just gives it a good swipe at its
Okay,
head to try and take
First
it
of
off.
all, I'm going to need you to talk a little bit more about pulling this sword out of your shadow because it's pretty fabulous for those people who have not heard about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a good description of this.
Pretty cool.
Dipping his hand into his own shadow in the cart, kind of like a pool of water. He just mutters "Ferrum Umbra," and rips out a large, sort of thin, almost longsword type blade with a bluish edge and a black sort of rim, and moves up quickly to the creature, aiming directly at its neck to just cut its head off.
The handle looks like black ooze, and the blade looks like pure ice. As you get close to the Thrykean, you can see even before the blade hits, you can see him flinch a little bit. He recognizes the psychic power hidden within this blade and is astonishingly surprised when his head just pops off.
Does it make a satisfying pop noise?
It makes a sound.
He'll just kind of push it off the edge with his foot, like, get off.
And as you get rid of that one, suddenly you see the next surge popping up. This time, you see Cordon wave his hand, and a sphere of stone seems to encompass 3 or 4 of the following attackers. And all of a sudden, Bigby's hand comes out and actually rolls the stone like a bowling ball, knocking down again a whole swath
I love their
of
synergy.
these attackers.
So cool.
Well, they've been fighting together for
Yeah,
a long
no,
time.
that's so
now.
awesome. I love it.
They
I
know
love
their
it.
shit.
And with that, suddenly you have 6 attackers, though. The swarm is getting thicker and thicker and thicker. You now have 6 attackers that you have to deal with. And what are you going to do, Dill?
Oh gosh. I am going to.
You've got, here, let me tell you where they are on the cart. You've got 2 on each side. There's one just standing right in front of Corton and Peregrine at the back of the cart, and one that looks like it's about to try to stab Tara in the driver's seat.
I'm going to send one Eldritch Blast at the one by the Tara, and one to the one. There was one by Corton, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, I shoot one at the one by Tara, and he just goes like into the shoulder, through the shoulders, like straight through the torso, and he stumbles off. And I shoot one at the one by Corton, like into just on the foot, so he sort of loses his grip.
So, the one on the front, you hit him. You say you hit him in the shoulder?
Sure.
All right. You hit him in the shoulder. You realize this isn't going to stop him because they have 4 arms. So he simply picks up his knives with the second pair of arms and prepares to stab Tara in the back. The one on the back, the same thing happens. He loses his footing, but with one pair of his arms, he grabs the back of the wagon. And now, Felix, what are you going to do?
That's a good question. I will
Do
do
something
something
quickly.
really awesome. I'm going to whew,
You're going to do a thing.
yes. I'm going to inflict wounds on one of them.
Well, I've never seen you inflict wounds on anyone, so why don't you tell me what
So,
that looks like?
because I'm a cleric, I'm just going to hold my amulet that I've always had,
Uh-huh.
just hiding in my shirt. I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to point at one of them, and I'm just going to close my eyes and kind of like peek open with one of my eyes, just kind of do a little prayer to myself, and energy is just going to shoot through my hand at one of them.
So, is there a particular color that when you cast curing actions, that things happen?
Yes, when I cast curing actions, it's a nice like light bluish glow.
All right. So, as you gather this energy, suddenly one of the reasons that you wear a hat is because your whole head starts to light up a little bit with this sickly golden glow. It looks literally like dripping disease. And it gains power and more and more and more power and expands until you throw it at one of the Thrykeen, and you see the whole glow get transferred to him as his carapace starts to turn black and ooze, and he looks at you very briefly, wondering why and how you would do something like this. And he falls away from the cart, turning to dust on the road. And now Gruna.
Okay. So Green Eyes will turn green again and will look. Is there still 2 Threekins trying to kill Tara?
There is a Thrykeen trying to kill Terra. There's one Thrykeen on one side, there's 2 Thrykeens on the other, and one in the back.
Okay. I will target the Threekin trying to kill Tara with my suggestion spell, as I say with this echoing voice. Grab a companion and jump off. And he will have to do a wisdom saving throw.
And you're saying this to him?
Yeah, with a suggestion.
So he cannot hear you. Same thing with Felix's things. They don't have ears. They don't hear the same way that other humanoids do.
I tried that, Gruna.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking.
It's okay. So you try to do this and nothing happens. And you hear in the back of your head the cackling of hags as they watch you fail. There's now Gorf.
Oh, thank you, Ace Trainer Jace, for the gifted subs.
Yo.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Ace, are you trying to save the day? Is that what's
Yes.
happening?
Yeah.
Wait, Gorf, you're next to
Well-
me. We can like make a heart.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's an ugly heart,
We-
but it's the
What
only
am
one
I?
we
We sort
got.
of made the circle.
Here.
Am I? Okay. Like
All
this?
right, so no, it's great. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I don't
We
know.
need the
No,
help.
we love it.
But
We love
now,
I
Gorf,
can't. I can't.
Gorf,
Yeah.
oh, and I'm all up here just all on my own. So I'll just,
Thank you very much.
I'll have a
Dave.
little,
We'll just
right
Yeah,
in my
point at him
forehead.
and laugh.
Say hello.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
it. You alone. You alone, boy.
Fuck all of you! Oh my god! Yes. So, Gorf, you suddenly feel yourself infused with the speed of Zephyr, the west wind, as you gain haste for the next 3 rounds. Look at that! Thank you, Magnum
I'm
Rage!
fast. I'm fast.
Magnum
and bad.
Rage.
Now I can save my spell slot.
And tell me, Gorf, what do you do?
How
There
many-
are still 5 Thrykeen on the cart, and more will be coming soon.
Okay, before I make a decision because of the haste, how many different actions do I have to work with in terms of
You have 2 actions.
2 actions? Okay, so are there any that are grouped
Here, I'll put it
together?
up so you know exactly how it works.
I feel like this should have become apparent by now, but in case people are wondering, this is a narrative fight.
Yep.
So tell me what's going on. We don't necessarily need to do every single roll if we don't want
Yep.
to. Tell me, what does Gorf do?
Are there any that are grouped together?
There are 2 on one side of
On
the
one
cart.
side? Is it the same side that Felix is on?
It is again.
Be like, duck again! And he's gonna just, like... I feel like he's gonna take the butt of his mace and just jam it into the face of those 2 and just smash them just right in the face. And just get sprayed
No.
with bug guts.
So, as you do that, what happens is you slam the butt of your mace into the face of one of these attacking insects, and as his head sort of collapses and goo starts spraying everywhere, the speed of the cart forces the goo to fly backwards, coating his fellow insect in black goo, blinding him and forcing him to leave the cart. There are 2 have gone. There are 3 left. Terra is going to get stabbed soon. Corton and Peregrine might lose their concentration, and there's another one creeping up on Gruna.
Oh yeah.
You have 1 action left. What are you doing, Gorf?
Does he have... Let's see. I think he has... a javelin. He's gonna take a javelin, and the one that's sneaking up on Tara, because she's our driver. I mean, he obviously doesn't want her to die, but she's also the driver, so he's priorities. He takes the javelin and he just throws it into the bug.
All right, as you do that, you see the javelin go straight through the bug, and as it is flying past Tara, as it's going towards the road, you see Tara's hand whip out, grab the javelin as the bug flies off, toss it back to you and say, I think you misplaced this, sweetie. Yes.
I think I'm in
And you
love.
have your javelin back now.
I think I'm in
I think
love.
I'm in love.
Tara looks back at you and gives you a very cute wink, and it goes, "Ting!" with a little heart on it. And now, Ithul, there are 2 bugs left. One by the back, one on the side next to Gruna. What are you gonna do?
Real quick before we just have to acknowledge.
Protect Mama Gruna.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yay!
Yeah,
Ace! You're
Ace
amazing.
and Wizard.
Thank
And
you.
Wizard.
And Wizard! Oh my
Oh,
god! Oh my
Our
god!
Mikey is also is a trooper.
So many
This is
subs.
crazy.
You guys are so
You guys
nice.
are amazing.
So amazing.
You're amazing. And I oh my god. I feel terrible saying this, but we've got ours on a monthly cycle. So sadly, the leaderboard's gonna get erased tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we will remember. Maybe in the Discord.
No, we
remember.
remember you. And we appreciate you. You make us so happy. And
The emote.
I just need to check one thing real. We do. We have an open slot for an emote. So
Yay!
tomorrow
We
we
figure
will
it
have
out.
a new emote. Yay! And the
Thank you
weekly
very much.
quest for the server has been. Yay! We did it! Yay! So many things are happening right now.
All the things.
Right? Oh my god. I welcome you. I welcome you, Ace. And now back to the fight.
Bam, bam,
Now, Ithul, what are you going to do?
Protect Mama Gruna. And he's going to prioritize the one that's right behind her. And in a similar fashion to what Gorf does, with a quick little flourish of his blade, he's going to toss his frostbane into the back of it.
All right. As you do that, it screeches and falls off the back of the cart. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Thanks,
Bonus
sweetie.
action to summon it back to my hand.
And as you do that, you see the Thrykeen in the back. You see its chest suddenly explode into splinters of chitin as your sword comes rushing back to your hand right through the bug.
2 for 1, baby.
Ooh.
Can I aim it to do the hit the one? No, can I hit the one on the
Baby.
cart still on the way back?
That is the one that it hit.
Mm.
So look at you. All of the Thrykeen are dead, but it doesn't matter because it's so many of them alive. And this time, 16 of these guys swarm the wagon, which is too much for Peregrine, and his concentration is now lost. And you watch him, for the first time in this battle, sort of frown a little bit, and you see these purple markings suddenly start to glow all over his face. And you see the tiniest little smile happen right at the corners of his mouth as 4 of the attackers start screaming in panic as their heads explode and fall off. Corton realizes that fun and games are over, and you see him suddenly, it's as though the light from the setting sun starts to actually infuse Corton with its power, and you see little bits of red and orange and yellow and all the colors of the rainbow start forming into a ball in his hand, and you see him just turn and prismatic spray as 5 of them are covered in acid and fire and ice or just disappear completely, leaving you with 7 attackers still
God damn it.
on the cart. There are now 3 of them up by the driver, 1 of them on each side, and 2 of them in the back. And it is Dill's turn. What are you gonna do?
Oh gosh, I'm going to look at the two in the back. I'm going to sort of take my hands out at them, and I'm going to squeeze and cast Hold Person on each of them. And as they freeze, I just go boop and have them just slowly fall back.
Wait, which ones are you doing that to?
The two in the back.
The two. Oh my god. Now, does hold person target one or multiple?
I'm casting at a third level, so it's two of them.
Nice. Oh my gosh. All right. So you see them. You cast hold person. You see Quarton and Peregrine sort of look at each other and look at them, then look back at you. And Peregrine just looks at you and gives you a thumbs up. And then you see each of them grab an arm of one of the Thrykean and just go, pop, and pop them off. And now, Felix.
So, seeing that just happened, I'm going to. Cause you said there are 5 of them, so there's still a few more over there.
There are still 5 left. There were 7 total. There
Okay.
are 3 up by the driver, Tara, and there is 1 on each side trying to get into the cart.
Okay, so I'm going to channel the power of my planar touchstone, and I'm just going to look at one of them, make a really cute pose, and then hold person them.
Yeah!
With the
Like,
power of being hot.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
Like, you wouldn't hurt little old me. Like that kind of thing, you know?
Little old me.
Little old me.
Oh.
So cute.
Okay.
My name's Little Kitty.
Yeah.
So, and which one are you targeting?
The one closest to Peregrine, or whichever one's
So
closest
that
to
would be
Peregrine.
one of the ones on the side.
Yeah.
So one of the ones on the side, you see him suddenly start doing, and Gruna, you recognize this because while it is rare, you lived in Ankhet and you did see this. He begins to do the Thrykean mating dance,
Mhm.
which does involve some very complicated footwork and a lot of like wing action. And as he extends his wings towards you, one of them gets caught in the wheel of the cart, and he just gets crushed underfoot. But you see that he is just enraptured as he dies and is so happy that he found the love of his life before he went.
I'll be like, no!
I would look at
Stefan,
Felix.
why?
I think he likes you.
That was my true love, guys. I saw it. I saw it in his eyes. You know,
That's right.
Oh, shut up.
no,
It was a forbidden love.
it was a forbidden
Lost her
love.
hat, lost her love.
I'm just gonna use my bonus action to cry. I don't know
Yes,
anymore.
good. And now Gruna, what are you gonna do? There are 4 of them left.
All right, so Gruna will say first, like, just marvel with her, you maybe not hear me, but you will see this. And just will shout to everyone, close your eyes, now! And then I will do an hypnotic pattern, making these visions of witches coming out of my way, just like scaring all the Thrykean in my way.
Right. Oh my god. Okay, will you put that up
I did, I
in the
think.
chat?
And I
There's-
did. All right, it did not put it. Okay, display.
Yes, I just want to see. All right.
It's a cube 30 feet, so it's gonna be around the cart while everyone closes their eyes.
Okay, how long are you going to keep that up?
I'm gonna do like a flash.
Okay,
A
so
flash
it's quick, and then the creatures are charmed by you. So what are you telling them to do?
And then when I look at them, I'm gonna say, jump off now.
And all right, as they do that, because they are charmed by you and they see you as an ally, they're going to grab your arms and try to fly away with you. And Gorf, what are you going to do?
Can I look?
Open your eyes Look at me!
I was wondering if you were going to say that or not.
I'm sorry. To clarify, I think they're incapacitated and their movement is 0, so they just fall. I think is the thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to like lose
They-
consciousness. Never mind.
Oh,
I
they
think the
treat you
charm thing
wild
is more.
So
Yeah.
while charmed, they are incapacitated. Yes, thank you. So
Can
they
still
went.
fly
Then
away?
they.
Because I have a cool thing to do.
Yes, they can, because it's fun.
Yeah, let's be like that.
Are the ones that are flying away happen to be in a line?
I'm in a
So-
line, dumbass!
So there are the 3 that. So the one that was on the side of the cart has just flown away. The 3 that were behind Tara, they all are sort of grouped around Gruna, each holding a limb and trying to fly away with her.
So
I thought would be queen.
conceivably, all of them are within a 5-foot line. Maybe.
They're within 5 feet of Gruna.
Is Gruna over the cart?
For this second, if you keep talking, she won't be
All
anymore.
Gorf is going to raise his mace, and lightning is gonna start to like crackle down and like go over his body, and he's gonna do the cool thing that Thor does with his eyes turn blue, and he's just gonna shoot lightning bolt and hit as many of them as he can, and then that he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna do something else.
Okay, so
on
as you
So
call upon the might of the Titan King that you so recently slew, you feel the electricity start crackling through you. Your eyes start glowing blue. The hair on your head stands up straight. And you shoot a bolt of lightning just over the head of Gruna, catching at the very least the wings of the various non-Kedi Thrykeen, sending them tumbling, releasing Gruna into the back of the cart. Though when she stands up, some of her clothes are smoking, and she now has a mohawk because her hair is standing straight up with little sparks sort of dancing around the edges.
I will look at you. Good job, I guess.
So sorry. Where
I will make it work.
And
Where the remaining? Are there any remaining ones?
no, that's it. So you thought that was bad, but it's not over yet. The swarm has begun thinning out a little bit, but suddenly there are 20 attackers on you. The first thing you see is Peregrine grab one in a bubble of telekinesis and literally use it to swipe several more off the side of one of the carts.
Bowling.
As that's happening, you see another ball of light suddenly appearing in Corton's hand as he blasts several more off the back. But there are still 5. Now you have 5 standing in the cart with you, while 2 are attempting to take control of the reins from Tara, and 3 of them are on the side of the cart. What are you going to do, Ethul?
Arms of Hadar as darkness and other oil-like tendrils start to burst out from underneath his robes and start to lash out at all of them with the intent of either impaling them or knocking them off the cart altogether.
So, you watch as several of your tentacles pierce the faces of these poor little Thrykeen. And the entire bottom of the cart is suddenly covered in the brains and gore of these Thrykeen. And you see the arms just start to wiggle and cast them off, killing 4 of them. Now, Dill, what are you going to do?
So how many are left?
6. There's 1 in the cart. There are 2 attempting to grab the reins from the horses, and there are 3 on the side of the cart trying to climb inside.
Can I use my reaction to grab Goru? Because I feel like all the slime and stuff would make him start to slide off the back of the cart. He's just gonna grab him.
So the back of the cart is up.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So no one's going to slide out.
Okay, cool. That'd be big.
There were 2 of them trying to take the reins of the horses.
Yes.
I'll cast whole person on the 2 of them. I go and squeeze and have them fall off the cart.
Okay, so as you cast hold person, you see Tara sort of blink, look around, look back at you, give you just a little with a little heart. There's, and then you see her grab the reins and toss them over the heads of the Thrykeen as the reins pull them down underneath the feet of the horses and get them trampled. She grabs the reins again and just keeps on driving, leaving 3 more on the side. What are you gonna do, Felix?
Okay, I just want to confirm. Tara's the one that brought me back from the dead, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay, so seeing her badassery, I'm going to inspire her because I'm inspired by her with the limerick that I just am going to come up with my head. Oh, the beautiful Tara, who gave me this wonderful Skara. If you save me again, we'll be the best of friends, and I might get you a nice tiara.
Oh my god.
Can the Thrykeen die from cringe? Or...
Yes. For those who do not know, Felix gives out inspiration as a bard by singing limericks to people. So, Felix, for that one that you created on the spot, you get inspiration, sir.
You deserve it.
Huzzah!
You deserve it. Oh my god.
And you see a little, as you send inspiration to Tara, you see a little glow coming from the back of her head, like she's a little angel.
She'll always be my angel.
That's right. And anything else on your turn, or was inspiration it?
That's it. That's it for me.
All right, Gruna. There are 3.
Tara, Gorf is gonna see when Peregrine did all that super badass stuff, and he's gonna remember that they're an item, and then the little tear.
I mean, you probably shouldn't make assumptions about things like that.
My waifu.
Well, at least they're involved once.
Could have just been a little fun. You don't know. It's always better to ask. But
He's like,
but
he's
if
way more
Gorf,
cool than me.
So Gorf is feeling a little insecure, guys.
Yeah.
Feel some type of way.
Can we give a little love to Gorf, please? Since he's sad about not being able to hit on Tara in the middle of a fight.
Oh my god.
So now we have Gruna.
Yeah, Gruna seeing all the situation with Tara, I'm gonna say just, man, and I will just clench my fist and shatter. I'm gonna shatter the Thrykeen just with a blue energy will start to implode in herself and then make a huge explosion to knock them out of the car. It's like,
what are you doing? What spell is this? Oh my! Oh, shatter. I was like,
I'm gonna
what?
make it so it doesn't hit us. It's gonna be like a little bit outside of the car, so it's just like an expansion that hits the Thrykeen, just like the last part of it. So we don't get without a card.
Okay.
So you aim for the Thrykeen in the center, and you watch as its chest starts vibrating, and suddenly you can actually sort of see the plates expanding and contracting all around its thorax until it suddenly just explodes. And you were hoping that it was going to knock the other 2 off, but sadly it does not. And now one of them has crawled into the cart with you. Gorf, what are you gonna do?
Well, that one in the
Save
cart.
Tara, she may need it.
Bitch.
Hey, I'm attracted to strong women. What do you want from me? And he's gonna just like smack the crap out of the one that's in the cart.
Careful with that.
So as you smack it, what is everyone else doing?
Ducking, because that is gonna
Okay,
hit me
so Gruna
otherwise.
ducked.
Ah!
What did Dill
Ducking?
do? Okay, Ithul ducked. Dill?
I'm on.
Sure, yeah, I'm
Yeah, Dill.
ducking.
Okay.
I'm already on one knee, like playing my lute for Tara. You know, just like serenading her.
God.
He's too short to be hit, anyways.
Right.
You could be standing up, it would be the same, but yeah.
So as you smack it, it goes flying towards the front of the cart. And again, Tara just reaches out, grabs it by a leg, sort of smacks it against the side of the cart to make sure it's dead a little bit, turns to you all, and is just like, you have to stop giving me such pretty things. And then tosses it off the cart. And now...
I'll just swoon.
Are there any more that are close?
There is, and it's Ithul's turn. There is one left.
I have haste, but that's cool. It doesn't matter. Cool,
You
Thule,
hit it
do
really
it.
quickly.
Finish it off, Thule.
Is there only one left?
There's one left.
All you.
All right, off with his head as he runs up and spins around to cut it off.
And you see Ithul doing a beautiful pirouette as though he were just the lightest, most graceful ballerina. And just with a very gentle touch of the blade, the striking's head goes, oh, sure, off into the distance. And
the wound freezes over.
that's right.
Reverse
And-
authorization.
I feel like
As you continue to roll forward, everyone looks around and realizes that the entire swarm has stopped dead. They are no longer following you.
God damn it.
Oh,
Okay,
Anybody
Should we-
hurt?
stop running then.
Besides
Throws
this
all the
guy, I'll just
corpses
point
off
to
the
my
cart.
brother.
I don't know, inspect Tara, maybe she's hurt.
Oh,
look at Gruna getting shitty. You have a husband and a child at home.
That's not the reason. They are just naughty dogs.
Gruna,
They are.
Gruna,
Women
please,
together.
you're both pretty, okay? Don't need to get
Oh, no.
jealous and catty.
I'm
Oh no,
just,
she's way prettier than me. She's amazing. You're just dogs.
I'm just
Mm,
impressed
actually,
by her.
that's
We're
combat
both
racist.
prowess.
dogs.
That's racist.
So as you are all saying this, Tara looks behind you and says, "Hey, Gruna, why don't you come over here and come have a seat?"
Ooh.
I mean, even I can resist that, I guess.
And
Sure.
do you go sit with Tara? So Tara just looks at you and she's like, she just, thank you for all your help, sweetie. And she just gives you a little kiss on the cheek and asks, would you mind driving for a little bit, sweetie?
Sure. And I'll have to unpack these feelings later.
And-
Maybe I'm
That's
maybe I'm
always
not as
just-
straight as I thought.
Athul is just like, what is going on?
We'll be like, but
As Gorf and
married.
Felix just like shit themselves in anger.
I'm married to a man. Why do I like this?
I'll just start
Why do I
playing
like it so
sad
much?
music.
And you see Tara walk back through the cart towards Corton and Peregrine, and they all whisper amongst themselves a little bit. And you hear little bits and pieces like, of course we'll tell them eventually, but I mean, they're just so,
That is not big glass, yeah.
Did we lose Glit in between the thing? Where's he been?
Flit, you see him. He is now has one of his feet caught in a stirrup and is now riding upside down underneath the horse, and seeming to just be having the most delightful time. Apparently, he took care of a couple of them on his own because he seems to be eating the leg of a dead Thrykeen.
Oh, he's doing great. We don't need to.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's fine there.
And you see him sort of crawl back up when he hears his name mentioned. He crawls back up into the saddle of his horse and just sort of lightly jumps across to the cart, and he just holds up the leg of the Thrykeen and is like, "You want some?"
Not hungry, thanks.
Buddy,
that's
did you get
very
taller?
generous.
Wow.
But I think we're okay.
Good job, buddy.
And he just goes and sits in the corner and sort of plays in the goo and eats his Thrykeen and is very happy.
I wish I
The
could
tool will
say-
start removing corpses from the freaking cart.
Good boy,
Good.
Flit. Good job.
And now, you see, as the cart starts to slow, and suddenly the horses just stop, and everyone turns around, and there are 10 Loxodon in front of you on the road.
Are they afraid of mice folk? I need to know.
That's a good point.
That is an old trope, dude. Deep cut, man. I have not seen the elephant scared of a mouse cartoon thing in like
in
I
a
don't even
long
know
while.
how
That's
long.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I don't want to get trampled. Like, I need to know before I walk up to them. Like,
They are. I mean, they're as afraid as anybody else, given the mobster identity of the
Power
mouse
buff.
folk.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just.
So, do you know these guys? Maybe a little bit racistly. I look both at Gorf and Felix. Like, yeah, you're from the same place. For sure, you know each other.
Does
Oh,
Gorf
wait,
recognize
is that-
who these guys are?
You recognize the fact that they each have what looks like a golden armlet on one of their tusks.
Mm.
That they
I
are
recognize that too?
yes, you would notice that too. They are the elite force that maintains the border against the non-Kedi, who are immune because of these baubles to the psychic attacks of the non-Kedi and are immune to charmed and therefore cannot be brought into a hive mind.
So, is that common knowledge or only the Gorf knows?
It is
that
not
we are in-
common knowledge, no, and it's a very, very closely held secret.
Okay.
Let's go up to Gorf and be like, I mean,
What are the Loxodons doing here?
well, they're guards.
They
Um,
guard the border.
The border? Does it mean
And
that we're
you
safe now
see,
from them?
you see one of the Loxodon just, without even looking at you, just walk past the cart, and you see him raise his trunk and trumpet, and all of the Thrykeens scatter, and they just seem to disappear. Like, literally just disappear.
I heard you guys were badass, but damn.
Yeah, thanks.
And the Loxodon sort of unlocks the back of the cart, looks up at Corton, says, "Is it as bad as we thought?" Corton looks at him and he's like, "Listen, we'll talk about it at camp." Looks back at all of you in private, if you don't mind.
Well, not the first secret you're keeping from us.
oh, speaking of camp,
Your head would explode if I told you everything I knew, Gruna.
Then I'm fine. I'm fine. I like my head. I'm
Corton,
fine.
We didn't exactly leave camp in the safest conditions. I just figured you would want to know.
Yes. Glacia let me know that she had
Ah.
sent a cleaning crew, apparently. It's one of the reasons I was surprised to see you, to be quite honest.
Mhm.
To be honest, I am quite surprised to see my. Yeah, I get it.
We were
Well,
only able
you
I
to
know
didn't
get
think
me.
we were
two
gonna
of
make it.
them before we got put down.
Yes, and I really wished you hadn't killed any of them because it cost me quite a pretty penny to sort that situation out with Glacia.
They are killing. They were killing us. What did you? Never mind.
I mean,
Um. So, who is this guy in the car that we're like the bird guy?
Give me a perception check.
Me? Sorry. Perception.
No, low perception.
Nine,
So
19.
you very readily recognize the fact that both of that he shares a lot of features with Gorf, but you sort of don't want to be
Racist.
racist.
Like they're two
Mhm.
birds doesn't mean they're brothers
Just
or
think
father.
that just think that all bear folk look the same. So it's
Felix is just going to go up to the brother and like start bandaging him with the medical supplies that he has.
sure. And the Loxodon and all of the people from the Prismatic Sleigh are going to go and start chatting with each other for a little bit, see what's going on. And one of the other Loxodons takes the reins of the horses and starts walking the cart towards their camp. And as you turn around a bend, first, I know we can't show this, but you see a winding trail past this volcano that is currently sort of erupting a little bit, and I will pop that into your.
I
I'll
can
pop
show it,
everyone
and
over
then we'll
here.
go back because it's kind of messed up.
Oh,
See
pretty
what that looks like.
picture.
Yeah.
And you are following that trail up the side of the volcano until you see this.
So cool.
And up at the top of the mountain, where the mountain pass is at its thinnest, you see that there is a little fortress that was created to mark the border between merchantry and Nanked. And this is one of the very few mountain passes that even goes between the two at all.
It's the same
And
that Gruna took.
pardon?
It's the same that Gruna took to get here.
It might have been, but I think Gruna probably went across the wasteland, which is how most people escaped Nanked. Either the wasteland or, which is very dangerous, but if you can actually survive it, it's a much quicker route, or through Duopolis, because that is a forest that you
Through
can
the
go
forest.
through
Yeah.
instead of a giant mountain range with things like rocks and harpies and dire wolves and all of that hunting you.
So real quick to back up, Gruda had asked, and I let her do her perception check, but Gorf would have answered if that makes sense. Works. She asked who
Sure,
that
yeah.
was. But that's my brother, Guru.
I knew it. I mean, oh yeah. I didn't want
That's
it to
your
be,
brother, Gorf?
out of touch.
This is my brother. He looks pretty
Or if you
hurt.
have a brother,
Yeah.
more you know about a guy, I guess.
I'll
So-
kneel down over him and just put my hand to his forehead and use lay on hands and give him 5 hit points.
All right. So
As your
he
paladin
is
now.
he still hasn't quite woken up. He's getting close. But what you see from him is that there are a lot of wounds obviously there was quite a bit of a struggle when whatever happened. Corton seems to have finished talking to the Loxodons and comes back to you and says, "Look, Gorf, I'm sure you've got a lot of questions. So let me answer a few of them up front.
Thank you.
Your brother had been sent on a diplomatic mission to Nanked.
That makes sense.
The reason that we had all been going, that we all had to leave camp, is because we kept hearing rumors of something terrible going on in Nanked. Ever since the hive mind collapsed and the civil war began, the entire country has been ablaze with fighting and intrigue, just every faction attempting to take control of every other faction. But over the last several weeks, we had noticed that things had started calming down again, which is never a good sign in Nanked. So, we came to investigate what was going on in the company of the diplomatic quorum that had been sent from Valencia. We were here to represent merchantry's interests, as it were. But unfortunately, we discovered that that bitch from the Shadowfell has come back to reclaim her throne. And looking around and seeing that none of you really understand what's going on, Corton then, oh God, no one reads history anymore, do they?
Gorf would. I mean, he fought in the Civil War.
Can I?
Maybe.
I mean, as
No,
an
you have wait, you what?
As an Ankarian, can I try history to at least know what
Yes,
he may be referring to? I mean, I know
Since
it as
I
a player, and I
know-
love it, by the way, but
Yeah, none
Since
of
I
you
know a lot of the planes.
I don't think
yes,
so.
you can, but this would be a history check not having to do with the planes. This would be specifically about Nanked before the War of the Gods, before the Cataclysm.
Oh,
Do you have
Okay,
a
then I
title
probably
from
don't know
title,
that.
or do they?
So yeah, Gruna, you do not.
Gorf would
You
have
it
No
tickles something in the back of your head, but you don't recall exactly. There's so
I'm just a
Corton looking around, seeing the blank faces
Right.
on everyone, says, "Yes, oh Lord. So we all know that Nanked for 1,000 years had a hive mind. Yes,
Yeah.
that the
Well,
orcs.
Yes.
I quite know. Yeah.
Yes, the orcs had been enslaved by this for 1,000 years. Our little Gruna here escaped when, well, it turns out that the only reason they had a hive mind was because one of their ancient leaders had stolen an artifact of great power from the Mind Flayers, from the Illithid, that were attacking the Kalishtar over in Duopolis on their world. Well, that queen decided that she didn't want to die and have her reign end, so she made herself a lich. A very powerful lich. And instead of keeping her soul with her in a crystal, as most liches do, she attached it to this artifact, combining their powers and allowing her and those of her bloodline to generate a hive mind throughout an entire country in order to keep them subservient. Well, she was also very intelligent, and she could read the tea leaves, as it were. She saw the War of the Gods beginning, and she retreated to her castle in the Shadowfell. Unfortunately, what she didn't realize was that when all of the gods wrapped the world in their own bodies and shut off travel between the planes, she would not be able to get back. Well, she's back.
But if she's back, what happens with Kalnasi III, our queen? I mean, the last queen, I guess.
Galnasi is dead.
And our hope with
Okay.
peace probably
Well,
goes
I
with
guess
her.
I'm happy about that, but is this monarch
She
worse than the
wasn't.
last one?
Yes, Galnasi III was not great, but her grandmother is far worse. You saw that the Thrykeen had been riled up. Well, when she found out that the artifact had been lost, apparently that's how the hive mind was broken. The Illithid came back 8 years ago, killed most of the guards in the palace, stole back the artifact, and left, leaving the hive mind in tatters, unable to be reformed. And because Galnasi I, the Lich, wants her hive mind, well, she kidnapped the queen of the Thrykeen and is forcing them to do her bidding. Meaning, there is now an incredibly powerful Lich on the throne of Nanked, and she has an army of perfectly subservient insects. So,
Then, and what do you know? What happened to the orcs on Kalamundra and the rest of places? Are they safe?
I saw few orcs at all in Kalamundra. It looks like, well, it
Maybe
looks
it's
like
safe.
most of them have been sacrificed to empower the various constructs that they're building. I believe they're being called Warforged.
That cannot be true. They may have escaped. I still have family there. They're very strong. They wouldn't let themselves be captured like that, wouldn't they?
I don't know, Gruna. But it looks like most of the smaller villages out in the swamps have been emptied as, armies of undead have risen up and started carrying out the Lich Queen's will.
To escape from this.
So, I have the enviable duty of setting out to merchantry, convening a council of all the various countries, and trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do now that there's not just a blood war in my cute little mine, there's an undead army led by a Lich Queen next door.
Okay.
No! I'm going to get some rest. Have a good night.
Yes. Okay. So what should we do then? Do you need my help? I know Nanket a little bit. Maybe you can help with. Maybe we can find some orcs in Kalamundra that are still alive, and we can. Well, I don't know.
And as you are talking, suddenly Goru's eyes flutter open.
Never mind.
He lives!
What's going on? Where am
Well,
I?
you got really drunk last night, and the
Felix.
rest is history. What?
Excuse my little clown. We just found you in the car, really hurt. We thought they told us that you've been on a diplomatic mission. Do you recall anything?
Well, you could call it a diplomatic mission, but it certainly didn't feel super diplomatic to me in the outcome.
Yeah, Nanket is never diplomatic. You try your best, I guess.
Have you been in on the situation that we're facing now?
Yeah, we've been.
Are you still on the ground?
I mean, he's still in the cart.
Like lying down.
Yeah.
Do you see Gorf Guru?
I haven't seen you yet.
Okay.
Oh, you're like, hey, Gorf, you said this was your brother?
Did you say Gorf?
Yeah, the big
I'm
cuddly
here,
bear
little
guy
brother.
over there.
Sometimes I
Brother!
grumpy.
And
There we
then
go.
as I kind of yell brother, I'm like, oh, I regretted that. Just like still like reeling from just the pain that I'm feeling all over my body.
Careful, you're hurt. A lot, seems. But it's
Do you
good to
remember
Those
what
see
damn
you.
happened to you?
insects.
The insects, yeah.
What are you doing here, Gorf?
It's a really long story,
Oh yeah.
but I'm glad to see you.
It's good to see you too, brother. It's good to see you too.
I'd hug you, but it probably hurt.
Yeah, not with your arms. That's for sure.
You gonna properly introduce us, Gorf?
Yeah. This is my younger brother, Guru.
Well, nice to meet you.
Hi,
I'm
Guru.
I'm Gruna. I keep the group together normally. So you will see that.
Pleasure.
That's how it
Your
works.
brother is a brave warrior.
She's the only one that gives me a headache.
But you kind of like
Gorf
it, I
is
guess.
indeed
I
a
give some
brave warrior.
spice.
Gorf, is your brother taller than you? I think he's a little bit taller than
He's
you.
definitely not.
No, it's true. I can from my
We
angle, it's
We don't talk
only
about
Gorf.
that in the family.
oh, okay. That's fair.
It's
You know,
definitely
don't
not
want your
true.
Yeah, and I don't know their standards from beauty, but you do look quite. I don't know. You have like a
Handsome,
spark.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're handsome.
Very
I
good
don't know,
looking.
Gorf. I mean, Gorf, it's not like you're not handsome, but your brother,
Ah.
wow. It's
Wow.
just another story, you know?
Do you lift weights? You look like you lift weights, right?
I'm overwhelmed.
Sorry, I know you're hurting right
I would
now,
say that
but
you're even stronger than Gorf, probably. Look at your arms.
That's
Oh,
clearly
Look at the
God,
Gorf and
man.
cheek
No.
to see the
No.
the reaction.
Gauze
yeah,
Bandit just
yeah.
really look good on you. It's really your look, you know.
Mm.
Yes.
That could
You know how to take a
possibly
hit.
be
I'm sure
true.
Gorf wouldn't have made that. Oof. No.
Uh,
So,
So
are you
anyway.
gonna...
As you guys are talking, suddenly a couple of the Loxodon come over, and they pull the Palin out of the cart, standing him up, and start looking at him as though, Your Eminence, your Eminence, we're so sorry that we weren't there to help you on this day. What can we do, sir?
Silver spoon. Sorry. Bruna's poorness came through a little bit. Fucking ass nobles.
I'll tap Groot on the back, like, yep, I feel that.
Think nothing of it. These situations happen. It's my role to do what needs to be done, and sometimes painful things happen. I would love some mead or something to drink. My throat is quite parched. If you had any potions or something that maybe could help me recover a little faster, that would be much appreciated.
With or without pulp?
Of course, here, yeah, with or without pulp, we've got.
I like that
Always
with
the
pulp.
most
I like
important thing
it
to
is
know about a
important.
potion.
Here, I've got an extra one. I'll hand it to him. Here you go,
All
man.
right,
Drink
fabulous.
this.
And you don't got any snacks, Gorf? I mean,
Yeah, I got plenty of snacks.
a
Here you
Scooby
go.
snack. A Gorfy snack.
It's your favorite.
Thank God.
Whatever your favorite is, you get to choose.
Whatever, you get to choose now.
Honeycomb, duh.
There you go.
I'm very liking honeycomb. I mean, I don't want to be racist or anything, but that was quite expected.
Honeycomb with thinly sliced almonds on it.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, fancy.
Do you have
Oh.
one?
Yeah, it's a little crushed, but
So,
Tastes the same.
do we have any 10 or anything that we can, well, let Guru, is your name, rest a little bit better, at least for a while?
Actually, I had an idea. I feel like we all have had a couple of very tough days. I think we all deserve a little bit of rest. And I hold up the rod of security.
I've
Would you
never
like
seen
something
that.
special?
With the
You
goodies.
don't.
I
You don't
have-
have the rod of security. Corton has the rod of security.
Yeah, he took
Don't
it.
I have it?
Take it?
No, you
Corton
handed
took
it to
yeah.
Corton. Remember?
Oh, I thought I kept it since he didn't want to use it.
He said, "Hold on." He said, "Hold off on that."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because
Sure,
we
you
told
can
him
have
that
it.
we may need some
Do
rest.
you guys want to have a little party in the
I mean,
rod of
you're not gonna
security?
say, I've never seen a beach. Can we please go
Yes.
to a beach?
Detour
We
to
can go
beach
to a
episode.
beach.
How can we party at a time like this? I mean,
I mean,
And
It's time for
as you pull out the rod of security, none of you had noticed that the all the adults were coming out of the tent. As you're waving around the rod of security, Corton snatches it from you, and says,
damn it.
"You won't be needing this, darling. We have to get back to Delver's Dream, solve the problem there, convene a meeting with all the various leaders around the world. Mind you, you will be going on a few trips to do so. And then we're going to have to figure out what to do with this horrific mess that this monster has made in Nanked if we want any sort of peace in the next 10 generations. So, pack your things. We are going now."
Hold on. Before we do that, what were those bug things called again?
Try clean.
They are called Thrykeen. Yes, Gruna.
I remembered this story. So a Thrykeen walks up to a Loxodon and says, "Would you like to play?" The Loxodon
Can I cast
says,
silence? I don't have silence, but I can cast silence even if I don't have it, just for this occasion.
"Yeah." Loxodon
It's like,
says,
oh come on!
the Thrykeen says, "What's your favorite game?" The Loxodon says, "Squash."
Mm.
they do like
Oh
that game.
dear. Oh dear.
You know what?
all the Loxodons are just doubled over laughing. They think this is the funniest thing they've ever heard. And while all of that is happening, you see that Corton has gone over and is using his beautifully carved staff to actually mold the mountainside into what looks like a series of runes and archways.
Well, another
Well,
joke
I'm
like
sorry,
those.
everyone.
It's fine. Probably didn't have time to do it anyway.
Come, we must be going.
Didn't
Yes.
seem appropriate given the situation anyway.
Wait.
So are you
And-
coming with us, Guru? Guru?
Yes,
I believe
Goru.
our mission aligns quite well. Corton, my guess is you would like me to come with everyone as well.
I
I don't
feel
have
that your
much of a
skills
purpose here.
may be useful in these endeavors. So, come now.
Okay.
And you see him cast a spell as the runes one by one begin to light up on the face of the mountain. And the archways go from the picture of an archway to a beautiful carved archway surrounding what looks like a spiral of light inside. He said, "Come now." And he walks through.
As I walk through, Gorf will be like, "It'll be good to have you by my side again, little brother."
I look forward to being your shield mate again, Vorf.
Okay, I'm melting. This is so cute. We'll say Runa as I'm passing the door.
All right, are
It
you
is
all
kind of cute, I
going?
got to admit, as Ithul says as he falls behind Gruna.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Wolves.
keep walking through and I'll be like, thank you. I'll be here for 2 more seconds and then just like go through.
God.
One day
So
you will
dumb.
not wake up, Felix. So let you know. You will not wake up.
I feel like that was an active threat of bodily harm and or death.
What Gruna doesn't know is that's what he expects every day. So,
Right?
I escaped them up. What do you think?
you know,
I guess everyone
Sorry,
is.
I'm killing bots right now. I am
I
murdering
you
them.
sniped those bots.
Just
Kill them like Vikings.
360 no scoped.
Hmm.
Yep. So as you all step through the portal, you realize that you have just crossed the entire mountains range and have ended up back in Delver's Dream.
Oh, good to be back. Oh, how does it look?
Now that we are back in Delver's Dream, we are going to take a very quick little 3-minute commercial break.
Hey.
Home shitty
So
home.
everybody
See you
can have a
later.
little bio break, go do the things that you need. And we will be back in just a moment, everyone.
See you back.
I think everyone's subscribed now, so
Right.
Hey, you guys.
So it doesn't even matter. So it doesn't even
I mean,
matter.
it does.
Nope.
But
Yay. That was delightful. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do
Trying
do
to
do.
get my back.
I need to warm up. I need to so I can get all the way down into my base.
Base,
You
right?
know. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. That was actually that. It used to be not this, but one of my audition songs when I was still acting was I used to do Amazing Grace and do was it 2-octave, either a 2-octave or a 3-octave jump a couple of times in the middle of it. And there's like, yeah, it definitely got their attention, and it was appropriate. So it wasn't just a weird showy thing that was happening. So that's always nice.
Either way, it'll grab attention. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, when I was at the height of my powers, I actually had a 5-octave range. So
I wish I could sing. I mean, I feel like if
one
I
day,
like trained, I would be able to, but I don't know. Just average. You know,
you're just
in
average.
All things, yes. You knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah,
so.
no, I get you. We've had this conversation already.
We lost someone. Oh, it was a Thule.
Well, he dies on a regular basis, so it's fine. Yes. Yeah.
Me
So,
somehow.
all right, back into Delver's Dream. Delver's Dream. Delver's
think so.
Dream.
Mr. Delver.
I don't think so.
I think we're still missing 2 people.
We are. We
Yeah.
totally are.
What a bunch of heathens.
They are.
if they want to
They're
know what
gross.
happened at Delver's Dream when we got put down,
Right. When you just got beat down.
we did.
We took our Baitons.
You really did. I mean, it wasn't cute. It was not cute.
We walked into that fight all cocky and everything too. Like,
you
oh,
did. You
Who's this
really
punk?
did.
We gave it pretty good to them though, but yeah, I mean,
we killed the one that we were talking cocky to. So I mean, that's there's that.
Well, you ended up killing 2 of
Something.
them.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm still waiting for Trix to come up. Okay, he's got to be a cousin or something. He's the good one.
Yes.
He's the one that doesn't like his brothers. He's just the black sheep of the family.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, I think you're gonna have a fun little time in a minute doing some things. Are you ready to do some things
Let's do some things.
and
Oh,
some
yeah.
Stuff and
stuff?
things.
Some stuff.
Oh,
Stuff
No,
and
no.
things.
We're
favorite
doing
pastime.
things and stuff.
Oh,
If we were doing stuff and things, we'd have to be on an 18+ channel. So
right.
Oh,
Aren't we
okay.
already?
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything with me is
Unfortunate.
an 18 plus.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
we
would
can continue.
appreciate it. I would
We can
appreciate it if you would.
We can continue.
That leg is really pale for someone living in Spain as a lifeguard.
I am
so-
really pale in general.
Yeah.
I know
As a
you
lifeguard.
are a lifeguard.
You're a lifeguard.
Aren't
you-
Aren't you a new lifeguard though?
I did get a tan in comparison for
So-
my
Do you work
normal
at
self.
a Do you work at an indoor pool?
That's it. He works in an indoor pool.
Okay, who let the new guy do the job now? It doesn't work like that.
So there's a couple things in the comments that I feel like I need to address. First of all, the language, Snowflake, the language was definitely warranted. This woman
Jeez.
enslaved an entire country for 1,000 years. I think bitch is an appropriate term to use.
Just barely.
Mr. Bowties, I'm very happy that you could come and say hello. And thank you for recognizing the Muppets. The Muppets deep dive that we just went into. And yes, do we have everyone back? Are we back?
We are back.
Si, senor.
Yeah, we're back.
Sí, señorito.
I'm thinking we're back.
Fantastic. All right. So you are now in Delver's dream.
Ow.
You do notice that essentially all of the tents are now gone. And there are actual houses now
Yes.
instead of the tents. Everything is made of stone and sculpted perfectly. As you walk in through the wooden palisade, you see that it looks almost like the perfect painting of a city. And every time you turn a corner, it's the same thing. Everything looks like a perfect picture. Mind you, it's still covered in grass. The roads are all still dirt. The palisade is still wood. But you have things now like an actual tavern. There is a tavern there just for Thule to run.
Yay.
Gorgeous and beautiful, with an amazing stage for Felix to go and tell his filthy jokes. There's Corton's tower. There's Annika's tower. There's a fantastic shop called B&B Baubles.
Oh, yeah.
No
It looks a
one's
bit
bothered
trashy
with
to me,
it yet.
actually.
You
Yeah.
look
It's
trashy to me.
Keep that for Mondays.
That's right.
Reserve your
There's
anger towards each other.
There is a huge hunting lodge, and then all of these individual homes, and it looks like each of you, as you walk down the road, see that that apparently before they left on the diplomatic mission, Corton had time to create essentially an apartment complex with your faces each carved above a different door. So you now know where you
It's like-
live, because he didn't trust that all of you could read. So-
It's like a passport photo. Like, it will look awful. Like, if it was a passport, it's like actually looking good. Like,
I'm
Oh,
just gonna be like, all right, I'm going to bed, guys, and just walk like into Gorf's door, just like.
hey, that's my.
Oh, shoot! I thought that. Oh, sorry, my bad. You look so alike.
I'm sure you're gonna fit in Felix's bed. I don't think there's a problem in changing.
He's got a
So-
nicer bed. I don't know.
As you go into your rooms, though, each of you notices that there is essentially a cot and like a couple boxes. There's not a lot of furniture. You
Let's
guys are
do a
gonna have
full
to pull.
episode of decorating these places. Yeah.
Shopping trip. Shopping
I
trip.
mean, if you
There
want,
And he
maybe
left a
not.
big pouch of gold for everyone to decorate. Money for
Yeah, no,
decorating.
you.
How
I'm
expensive
sorry.
is furniture in this world?
Yeah, that's a
I
good
need to
question.
At
know.
least $40 million a piece
Yep.
of furniture.
Makes
No,
sense.
it's your typical thing. It's going to cost you if you want something, and we'll do this out of stream. But if you want like a basic bed, it'll be like $5. You know, if you want a stunningly beautiful mahogany 4-poster, that'll be upwards of like 500 gold, depending on if you. I mean, if he has time and you can get, Robrin to do your furniture, I mean, come on. Even the merchant princes can't always get him to do that. So that's like $500, $600, $700 for a piece.
Nah, that's nothing. We're rich.
Dollar, what's a
I mean,
dollar?
you are pretty rich. I mean, there's been a lot of gold thrown around. So
Is the bed?
My family.
I
Go,
imagine
you
that
first.
Corton just gave Dwarf like a normal sized bed and was just like, he'll figure it out.
it's a cot. Yeah.
No, but it's like a human
it's-
size. I imagine.
It's big enough. It's big enough for you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there is not an apartment for your brother at this point.
You have
But
to
you
get
guys can
together.
double up.
Pull-up couch, you know?
I'm sure that you can find a sleeping bag somewhere. You know?
He can
And
take
my
my bed. I
family
don't sleep.
Oh,
Is my
that's
family
true.
with us? They have a
I'd be fine
different
to find a
house
room
for
at the
them?
inn.
Yeah, your family is in your apartment.
Oh, does the town have an inn now?
Is what?
Does the town have an inn now? They have a tavern.
It's got a tavern.
So
I don't know that there's an actual inn yet. You can put that request in with Corton.
I mean, if Glasha
And he
has
can
a-
make you something
restaurant
glorious.
there.
There's
It's
also a
like a-
portal to walk-in spiral, right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so there's that. And a
There's
portal
that.
to Splinter's Point. So, yes, now, are you guys going to take a long rest? Are you going to go visit with people? What are you going to do?
we should
I wanna stay
rest
with
for
my
now.
family.
Dwarf is still groping. Needs sleep.
It's been quite a long 48 hours for me. I need to lay down again.
Yes, you do. All right, so we'll take a long rest. So everybody do their long rest, get their spells back, all of the delightfulness that entails. And all of you in the morning simultaneously hear this very loud knocking on your doors. And as you emerge, you see Corton there, and he has constructed like a little bell that every time he rings it, it knocks on every door in the apartment complex so that he can call you when he wants.
That's really smart.
Not having you knock on all your doors.
Yeah,
at the same
disconnecting
time.
that later. So
He looks at you and he's like, I hope you're rested. I have a job for you.
oh, lovely.
I will look at my husband and say, I'm sorry for that. Do you want to ask him if you can go to another tent or another house maybe? I don't want you to just wake up every time, that Corton wants.
And he just responds, he's fine. This is much better than the tent, which was much better than sleeping on the ground when they were running away, and much better.
Which
than
is
being
much better to
slave.
being a slave. Yeah, it's like we're getting better. We're getting better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, honey, see you next time if I'm not dead. Okay, not funny. I get it.
Oh my god!
And
your poor daughter just starts crying her eyes out as you
I was
walk out the door.
kidding, Glash. I was kidding. Did I say that? I think I said debt, like money debt. Okay,
Cries even louder.
Oh, that take care of her. I don't have time. I'm sorry. And I will just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling awful, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
So Corton is in his study.
So as everyone exits, Dill is not wearing what he usually wears. He's just pretty much stripped all the loose cloths and robes that he's wearing, and he's only wearing the scale armor and the ferryman's robe over him.
Okay.
I'm not redesigning
And there's
anything.
sort of I know.
I'm
And
not
there's like
redesigning shit.
one loose piece of cloth in the same red as the sand we found just hanging from his side. And that's sort of the book strapped to his side. And yeah, that's it.
Fabulous. And are you all heading over to Corton's study?
By the way, Gruna's bandage
Yeah.
on her left arm, instead of being like for this place, it's gonna be like it seems like the marking is expanding.
Okay. Oh dear. That's not great.
No, but well,
Yes.
what you
So,
gonna
so as you enter Corton's study, he's sitting there with Peregrine and Tara, they're all having tea and sausages, as one is wont
Ooh.
to do of a morning in Delver Stream. Gorf, as Gorf smells the sausages, Gorf, I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Oh, you cannot stop yourself. You immediately just stick your face in the sausages and start eating.
Yeah.
I look at
That
Goro.
makes sense.
Does he always do that?
I see little has changed, Gorf, in the years we've been apart.
Yeah.
Brr.
Thank you, Corton. These are delicious.
Corton, you see him sort of like watch you eat and like throw up in his mouth a little bit.
Why is it?
He then looks
Bon
at you
appetit.
and he is because well, it looks like Glacia has agreed to a ceasefire for now.
That's good.
My guess is that essentially she's going to try to hold the fourth level of the mine as long as she can, because as long as she holds it, we do not own it, and she then has free reign up here on the prime material plane. She has a portal that she can use because of one of the contracts that was signed by one of us. So, sooner rather than later, we are going to have to get rid of every single fiend on the fourth level. This is not going to be an easy task.
Yeah.
Firstly, they have had time to entrench themselves. They know the area better than any of us do, except they don't know about the defenses that were set up by the dwarves. Unfortunately, the final attack 200 years ago that ended the mine happened because of a betrayal, and therefore the dwarves did not have time to set off the defenses. They are ready, and they can destroy the demons, but we are going to have to activate them. I recently sent Tara down into the mines as an expeditionary force, as it were, to explore some of the more interesting parts of the fourth level. Peregrine, when he was deciphering the various columns, the etchings on the columns of the first three levels, managed to decipher a few hidden little facts. Firstly, there are apparently 3 switches in the mines on the fourth level that will activate various defense mechanisms throughout the mine. This is how it was kept so secure for so long. Unfortunately, We don't know exactly where the defense mechanisms are. We only know that one is in the center of the Academy for Mages. One is in the Colosseum. And one is in the training ground for the rogue. You'll have to find them. You will have to activate them. And it would be best if you were not seen doing so.
So Worf is not coming then?
Yeah, that's possible.
Such a terrible person, Gruna.
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding,
she's
come
not
on.
wrong.
Well,
Maybe I could ask the headmistress of the Bard's College if she would know anything about where they are, where the rest of these switches are, if she knows anything about them.
It's not a bad idea. I'm just not sure we have time.
No, recently I learned the sending, so I might be able to just commune with her for a short while and then come back.
You might, yes. Why don't you do that? Prepare yourselves for a journey into the mines. Try again not to get murdered this time. It's annoying when you get murdered and I have to find you in non-ked.
Well, did you find us or did we find you? Because that was really a weird situation.
And
The
without
semantics
warning,
don't really matter.
Felix finds himself flying across the room and hits a wall.
Yeah, it's as funny as the first time. Never gets old.
Mouse splat.
Good one, Corton, buddy. Funny every time.
Yes, I know. And
Right.
with that, he sends you out. Be prepared in 1 hour.
Right.
Now what do you do?
Well, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and cast sending and talk to my headmistress. And I'll say,
I know what I'm gonna do.
greetings. I am doing the mission with the mine. And
Hello. Yes. It's good to see you, darling.
I think it's like
Yes.
a message and then it's like a comeback. It's like 25 words and then you have to give back
it's 25 words.
It's not like a telephone call. Even though I would love to have this person like, hello,
Right.
darling.
Right, that would be great, but
You.
it's only a third
Where's
level
the
spell.
cake?
We're looking for information about the 4th level of the mine and how to activate the defenses. Any information helps. I think that's enough.
Okay.
Please. Yes, not please.
Please and thank you.
26 words about doesn't work.
You receive a message back that simply says, new sending stone, who dis?
Well, you got to roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, there's a 5% chance.
Only if it's in another plane. Only if it's in another plane.
That's a different plane, but I think they know automatically who's sending it. I think I read that some part.
It recognizes the sender if it knows you.
Yeah, but I guess she's just being.
She may be a little bit confused. She's like an old lady that doesn't know about technology. New spell. What is this new spell? Sending stones? Oh. Okay. So for the hour, I will ask Jill. Jill, I have a new trick up my sleeve, but I need some help. And I know you're good with rituals. Could you help me with that?
Of course. What do you need?
Well, just Well, you're used to the death, isn't it? Because we're gonna see some of them.
I'm used to death, yes.
Then just stay with me, hear me out, and do what I say. And I will make my new ability. Well, I will cast my new ability for 1 hour. Let me see. My spirit session. Because I want to learn, well, for this day, find traps as a divination spell.
Okay.
So we will take
Fabulous.
an hour long, and we will contact different spirits around the area that will show me the ways of this new spell. It's gonna be
Awesome.
quite dark. Like if you go where Jill and Gruna is, like they'll be like with my eyes rolling back and just super creepy. And it's just, what the fuck are they doing? And spirits coming around. Everything feels cold all of a sudden.
My God.
So
Yes.
I can
Gorf,
find traps for that.
Gorf, it's been too long since we've caught up, and I'm rather hungry since you ate all the sausages. Maybe we find a quick bite to eat and catch up over some mead.
I'm not hungry.
Figures.
You better not be. You better not be, bitch.
Well, I am, so
So you're
Yeah.
going.
I can let me at least buy you a drink.
Alright. I guess we go to this new tavern.
All right, fabulous. You guys head over to the tavern. What are you going to discuss?
Just talking about. It's been a while since we've seen each other, so I asked him what he's been doing, and last I saw him when he left, he was going to kind of build kind of his own band and form kind of a party, and so asking questions about trying to get to know the other, what he knows about everyone else and what he's been doing, and I tell him about Father sending me on some diplomatic missions and some of the struggles with that, and how I miss being able to explore and miss him, and just kind of catching up on what's been going on the last bit.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I kind of want to hear
That's
Gorf's description
great.
of the rest of the
Thank
party.
you so much.
Yeah, to family reunions.
Thanks.
I mean, do you want to get into it more? I mean,
Yeah, is this an actual conversation that's happening, or are you guys just heading over to the tavern and we're fading to black?
well, we want to be respectful of everyone at the time, so I think for now we'll fade to black.
If it's a nice scene, I
Yeah,
love it. I love to hear that. It depends on how you feel it's gonna be interesting or not, I guess.
Kind of wanted to hear Gorf talk about the rest of the party.
I know what she wanna say.
Sure,
What
sure.
she's gonna say about me.
That'll be good. Because I actually don't think
How he
that
describes all of us.
Jackson really knows all that much, so it would be good for him to get the information.
Alright, so breakdown. First there's Dill. I like him a lot. I have to figure out emotions and stuff. Basically with him, he's pretty good at taking care of himself. He doesn't usually cause trouble. So, he's a fine companion and party member. He is undead, so keep that in mind. Don't go trying to lay hands on him, because it won't work.
Good to know.
And then there's Gruna. She's been a pain in my backside since we started. Nearly gives me a heart attack pretty much every battle. Likes to rush in. So I'm glad you're here, you can take care of her, so I can just focus on smashing things. I feel like I've been half as effective because I've been trying to worry about everybody else. But now I can just do my thing and let you worry about the rest of these rascals. especially Gruna.
Well, you know that's always been my role, brother, trying to take care of you. You would say Gruna's the most need for my shield?
By far, a stiff breeze could knock her out. She is capable, but if she gets anywhere close to combat, it's over.
She's definitely not as sturdy as you, and punch him pretty hard on the shoulder.
Well, I mean, most people aren't, but she's the exception to. She's weaker than most.
Yeah, in the middle of the ritual, we'll start like just achoo. Oof. Sorry. Achoo.
There's a little bit of trickle of blood just coming down her nose. She doesn't know why.
But
Never happened to me before.
Disrupting your spell casting.
she's a strong woman. She's got a good heart, but she doesn't know when to quit. So just keep an eye on her. And then we have a
Sounds
fool.
like someone else I know.
Yeah, probably.
This is why we have problems.
And then we have a Thule. A Thule is a lot like Dill. He can take care of himself. I quite like him.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I guess he owns this. He owns the bar that we're at. And is. I think Dill more than or a Thule more than anyone I tend to get along with because he's super cool. And before you know anything else, he's technically an Illithid, but he's cool. I vouch for him. I don't know how there's such thing as a cool Illithid, but he is. I trust him with my life.
Well, you have no brain, so nothing to worry about. Sorry, I'm on another.
Yeah, Gorf didn't hear that.
Hey, I feel like that was a shot at both of us.
If you trust him, Gorf, I guess that's good enough for me. You know I've never been too much to judge a character by how they appear, but more of the character of them and their hearts.
Well, good. And then we have Felix. Oh, Felix. He's less of a headache and more of just... I mean, sometimes he's more of a liability than Gruna.
Doing a little research.
He's kind of got his own motivations for things, and most of the time he's pretty helpful, but I'd say next to Gruna, he probably needs the most protecting out of the rest of them. But if you could focus on letting me do my thing, and you do your thing, I think we'll make a really good team, just like the old days. But I care about these people. I don't want anything to happen to them. Any of them. So, I know they're not family, but they feel like it. But it's good to have you here. I think we can do good things together.
It's good to be here, Gorf. Your family's my family, you know that. Always will be. I see you got a fancy new club.
Oh,
new weapon.
More than a club. This thing,
like he just gushes for like 15 minutes about how cool his mace is.
Certainly a thing to draw.
He's like, yeah, like it kills demons and it makes them scared, and if it doesn't make them scared, they like disappear and stuff.
You're like one of those guys that when they see a car, they have to see the engine and all of that. Use weapons.
And
look at this handle.
Yeah, it's crazy powerful. It actually used to be a giant's mace, like an actual giant. Like he used it, and now I'm using it. Isn't that cool?
Wow, that's so cool, Gorf.
You're such a dork.
Going to be like, wow, yes,
Wow.
super cool, wow, yeah.
Do you like it?
Do you like it?
Do you like it, Guru? I don't think it's as... I mean, do you think it's as cool as your cool shield?
I think it's cooler, Gorf. I wish I kind of just like sip into my like mead and like eat a piece of sausage and just get really quiet and just like you kind of tell that I just get like in my head, and you notice that just typical, or like that lingering sadness that I have, and I just say, I wish the days weren't necessary for us to wield these shields and these weapons, Gorf. Times are just growing darker and darker, it seems, these days.
I don't know if I agree exactly with that sentiment. I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't building a weapon, but I wish there was more peace in this world. At least we can contribute to it.
Well, I'll let you wield the weapons for both of us, Gorf. You know I don't much like hitting things.
Yeah. Well. Oh, we got an incoming raid! Welcome, raiders.
We have a raid.
We have a raid.
We might have a raid.
A raid
Thank
Oh
you
party.
very much to the
God.
raiders.
Hi.
Hi.
It's our
Welcome.
first
Hi,
raid.
hi everyone.
Yeah, it's our first raid.
The
Welcome,
barbarians.
DM.
Pleasure.
What?
Thank you, DM
Thank
Stream.
you.
What were you
You're
guys doing over there?
fantastic. They were having a delightful time, I'm
Oh,
sure.
of course.
And now, yeah, if you're new, feel free to follow all that good stuff. We've had a crazy amount of gifted subscriptions today. So if you want to keep that trend going, go ahead. We have, just for the new people, today they have fought off a literal swarm of Thrykeen. They were all attempting to destroy everyone. And then they met the premier Loxodon fighters. And in addition to that, then went off and teleported themselves back to Delver's Dream, where they are now preparing to go into the 4th level of the mine and try to finally claim it for themselves.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lando, for the subscription to everyone.
Yep. I figured now would be a perfect time to get some subs, so
Mhm.
do
Sure.
that. And oh shit, what was I saying?
Okay, so
Oh. We're
now
almost
that
done.
we have got, how are we feeling? Do we feel like the brothers have in fact had their moment,
Yes.
connected?
I'm gonna cry.
It was so cute.
Good. Is it time? Is it time now to head back down into the mine? Finally.
It's time.
It's time, yeah.
It's time.
Although
All right.
out of character, Wartime was saying that like that the other thing was more important, or he just. It sounded like he was saying that we needed to take a pause on it, but I mean, I'm all for going down to the mine.
Take a pause on what?
Well, it sounded like Corton was saying that I mean until this morning, it sounded like he was saying that the thing with non-cat was taking priority. But we probably can't.
Well,
aren't in a
no.
position to help.
If you actually remember what he said was that you need to take care of the mine so you can then take care of everything else.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because you don't want to be fighting a war on both fronts.
Mhm.
So it's even more
so-
critical that we do it even faster than we needed to do it fast.
I'm still starving, so I'm going to go do the heroes table, and I'm gonna
Sure.
eat first.
Everybody's
Let's have
gonna.
a
I'm
little hero feast.
Yeah. So on the first level of the mine, there is a magical table made of mithril, carved stunningly beautifully, in a room filled with stunning tapestries that give the history of the mine. And anyone that sits down there once a day can get a hero's feast. So
Heroes.
let's
feast.
go get that hero's feast.
Because we're heroes.
All right. That's right, Gorf. You're a
Yeah.
hero.
Big strong
knew
hero
it.
bear
Big,
you.
strong hero guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Sorry, wrong voice.
And by any chance, does Goru have a token?
He does for the Twitch.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can
there's the
send you
chibi.
Let me
chibi.
send you the TV I drew.
So I'm
for-
asking if there's an actual token made. If there is not, that is okay. We can use the chibi for today. But
No, I don't think so.
okay, fabulous. Would one of you please send me that so that we can go down into the mine?
Sure. Let me send it to the.
What does Goru wear? How is he dressed?
Yeah, so
Clothes.
Goru's. Yeah, he wears stuff. No.
What? No.
Yeah, Goru's kind of got this darker, gray or like bluish fur with light eyes. He wears really simple kind of, but like elegant, like tunic underneath his mail.
Did his audio just cut out?
I think so.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wears a chainmail with as much just kind of chain and plate as he can. He's really just kind of this heavier character. And the only weapon that he wields is not actually really a weapon. It is a great tower shield. And all of it's kind of engraved and embossed in this kind of vine kind of engraving and kind of these leaves. So he's got this slightly nature-y kind of vibe to both his shield and his armor.
Goru,
Awesome.
do you know why paladins wear chainmail?
I'm scared.
Oh God.
Why do paladins wear chainmail?
holy armor.
Oh my gosh.
Felix gets struck down immediately by a lightning bolt
By
from
what?
heaven.
Where? Gorf!
This
It was
from-
a funny joke.
You're the worst person I've ever met.
Second time. One day you will not wake up.
All right.
So,
So we're having the dinner, right?
yes.
So all jokes aside, guys, this could be it. I mean, last time we fought the creatures from this fourth level, we did fine, but we died. We lost. But with all the things we had with Soon and the ferryman and now Gorf has Titan blood and we have Gorf's brother, we can do this. I have faith in all of us that we can pull through this. You are all strong. Even you, Gruna. All of
I
us.
think it will be targeted by that specification.
Strong of heart.
I will take it as a compliment, I guess.
Mhm. But just, I believe in you. All of you. And I'll give everybody another, 10 health now? 11 health with my inspiring leader. It's
Inspiring leader?
11 temporary HP.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
All right, everybody. And what is it's 2d10 from the table, right?
Yeah, wanna roll it yourself, Kyle?
Yep, I sure am.
17, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So everybody
Yeah.
gets
Good one.
17 extra hit points.
56 as
top-
a
yeah,
bard,
to the
a flimsy
max.
bard.
All right. And
Gruna, we're both at 56.
Yeah, I mean, so shut up with all this. Gruna, blah, 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 blah. We have the same life.
Maybe your AC
all right.
is like
So
-6.
Yeah.
as you are about to head down into the mines, Corton comes in. He looks at you. He says, I have negotiated a deal with Glacia. She has taken back her little friends.
Thank God.
So none of the brothers will be in the mine to distract you from your mission this time. Please, this time, just get it done, if you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Yes.
May we borrow the staff again?
Yes. Yes, you may. Do not lose it.
That's fair.
While Corton leaves, I'm gonna lean a little bit on Goro and say, He's a bit of a dick sometimes, but well, you'll get it.
Phil's gonna take a little bit of alcohol from his flask, and dribble it into his hand, and
Just
work
toss
it
it
around,
in.
and then splash it all over himself, and it'll turn into a greenish blue aura that'll envelop him, and he'll cast False Life.
Very
Ooh,
nice.
That's cool.
I like
Alcohol
it.
does give some false life to people, yeah. I get it.
It's true.
Temporary hit points don't stack, so whatever
And I
one's
am
higher.
doing
Oh,
it
yeah.
at second level,
Oh,
so it's gonna be 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah, Woodlander just dead.
No.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, it's not gonna start with you.
So you get either or.
Yeah, you can pick
Yeah.
one.
So you either get the 4 or the 11 temporary hit points.
Which one are you gonna choose? Such a mystery.
Yes, it is. It's terrifying, really. Really is what it is. It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yes.
It's terrifying. I didn't even know what to do. Wow. That's what his
That's
voice
right.
should have been. That's what Felix's voice should have been this whole time.
Right, just
I
a
feel like we've been
1940s
robbed.
gangster.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Right?
I won't get mad if you change it.
Yeah, just
One
completely
thing or another.
retcon the way I was talking before, and I'll just.
I mean,
Hold on, where's the
I'm
11 coming from?
I'm cool with that.
he did.
Oh, you see, Corton.
He did. Inspiring leader,
Inspiring leader.
Yeah.
Felix
Yeah.
gave you it.
That was big.
and
All right.
Temps to
Let's
stack.
go.
Oh, well, never
So,
mind.
are we ready to go?
I'm ready
We
to go.
are.
Said something about
Fabulous.
stealth.
Well, yeah,
How
probably would
important
help.
is that? I
We
mean,
don't have any druids to cast pass without a trace, so I guess you're
Uh,
all
before
you're all
we
on your
go
own.
in, how are we gonna really try to do that and see how it goes?
Okay.
I mean, I'm not wearing armor, so I could try.
I mean, I'm wearing armor, but I could be invisible, so.
Oh, you did it. Okay. I'm fine. I try.
I'm the opposite of stealthy, so
Yeah,
I can turn 3 of us invisible, if that would help.
Well, maybe. Jill, you can see through your bird, isn't it? Maybe he can go first, and then we can see. Well, through that.
We can do that.
All right. And considering that both Goru and Gorf are gonna stay in the back. Okay, that's gonna be gross, but just don't take it in mind. And you will see as Gruna will reach one of her teeth and just take it out, and just a talisman will form out of it. Either one of you just use it as a necklace, and we can communicate telepathically through it.
sure.
Awesome.
So who wants my
No.
teeth? My tooth.
Gorf will take
Right?
it. He doesn't care about a tooth. He
Very
gets
common
splashes
question
blood
that
all the
you
time.
get.
I choose my best tooth for you.
I've got plenty of teeth. What's one more? Haha.
Oh my god.
Maybe turn down the ham just a twinge.
No, do not.
No,
do
It's
not.
either,
That's
there's
fair.
no
Do
in
not.
between with this
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I like
There's
it
no
all
in
the way.
between.
Let me establish this rule right this second. No one in this group gets to tell any other character how to role play their character.
That's totally
Got
fair.
it?
So
Yes.
go full on with the voice. Give it to us.
It's either all the way up at 11 or it's not. There's no voice. So
There's no point otherwise.
Then
Yeah.
that makes
So,
totally fair.
Yeah, we're heading down.
shall we head down there?
Oh yes.
Okay. Well, I think, have I put everybody on the right? Yes, so we're on the right page. Everyone is down there. I know that we are not going to be able to put this up in the stream.
I
But
I
at
can for a little bit.
important
It just
at
looks-
important points, well, what will happen? Will it just take over the entire
no
screen?
It just our faces will be all messed up. That's okay for a little bit.
Okay.
Magnifique.
You know,
My face is
Magnifique.
already
we
messed
look
up,
like
so
a Picasso
Yeah.
painting, but you know.
Perfect. All right. Good
You look
times.
pleasant here.
All right. So everybody is in the second to last room in there if you want to head over there.
I'm still seeing a portrait.
There is a whole portal
I
there.
don't think we moved.
I'm gonna
There we
refresh.
go. Yeah, so FYI, it's a huge map. This was the 3rd level of the mine. It's a gigantic map.
It's
It's
gigantic.
really big.
I've seen bigger.
So-
I mean,
Wow. Not yours.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, your map is nothing in comparison to
Yeah.
that.
Because you're a mouse. So,
hey, listen.
I'm sorry,
2
who
foot,
just
10
did that?
inches.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Are
I thought you said
supposed to
second
be
to
over
the
there?
end. Nope. So
So
where
that's
I
the
am.
last room. That's the last room.
Okay,
All
now
right.
I got it. I couldn't see it. Where am I?
So, you have traveled down into the mine. You are preparing yourselves.
Yep.
You are at the final door before the final door. What would you like to do?
The screen. Can somebody put my token on?
It is.
It is
It
on.
is.
Okay, thank you.
All right, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take it in my hand like this, and I'm going to go, and the raven is summoned on top of my hand, and I'm going
Fabulous.
to send it forward. And you can see that it is no longer an undead raven, it's just a normal raven. And I let it fly into the next room.
Ooh,
Why did the
that's exciting.
design changes happen just when I finish the drawing? Okay,
Blame
continue.
Kyle. Blame Kyle.
Yep, I did it. I'm
will
sorry
kill
that I
you.
took your backstory and made an epic goddamn adventure out of it. I
Yeah,
know.
screw you, Kyle.
But
I know,
tell me
it's gross.
first.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Okay,
Kyle.
it's fine.
Stupid. DMs are stupid.
Yeah, we should get rid of him.
Probably.
We can play, I don't know, Monopoly or something.
Say that again.
Monopoly.
Yeah. Please say Monopoly.
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 In
It's not
Spanish,
even
it's
Spanish,
Monopoly.
it's like Italian.
It was
Yeah,
very
in
Italian.
Spanish,
Yeah.
in Spanish is Monopoly.
Yes, I love it. I am here
It's
for
not
it.
Monopoly,
All right.
it's Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. Hey, bada bing.
Ma che
Yes.
cosa dice, stupido?
So now, what are you gonna do? Just gonna hang out by the door
What
for a
does the
while?
Raven see?
Oh, the Raven.
Yeah, we just open the door slightly and send in the raven, and I'm gonna look through its eyes.
Okay, so as you open the door, what you see is
Sand.
a fucking dragon.
The dragon again.
I thought it was gonna be all of our corpses just there.
Right? Just
My
lying there. There's meet your doom.
Yup.
I don't even send in the bird. I just close the door immediately. I like the idea of a beach episode instead. I don't know.
A beach episode. Let's go.
What do you
The
mean?
dragon,
Jesus?
the dragon
Dragon
is still there.
I mean,
Oh dear.
dragons are intelligent. Maybe he won't. I don't know. We can talk to him. Her.
What color was it?
Red.
I'm just going to go put a hand on Gorf, and you see is I'll build up energy again. Except this energy will be red, and I'll shoot all of that energy into Gorf, and I'll protect him from energy, fire.
Ooh.
How does that work?
Well,
with,
look
Alright.
at that.
with,
All right, bud, you go ahead. You got this.
How does that work with
I mean,
rage? That
Is
lights
there an
a stack,
opportunity?
does it?
Is there an opportunity for us to talk our way out of this one?
Hopefully.
Does anyone speak Draconic?
Oh no, no one has tried to talk yet, have they?
Does
I
anyone
mean-
speak Draconic?
I don't, but they're smart. They know common. I'm sure they know common.
So because the dragon can hear so well, and because you have not been talking in a whisper, you hear from the other room, I speak common.
Is he?
Okay, let's go. And then we'll just open the door.
Didn't
Is he,
want to
is he Forrest
assume.
Gump?
feel like it'd be
So
wrong
hold
to
on,
assume.
killing bots, gotta kill bots.
What?
Kill
All right,
the
it's
bot.
dead.
It's
It's
dead.
dead.
We
The
smashed
Don't
bot
worry,
is
it
dead.
died.
it.
We murdered it. We murdered the bot.
Yeah, Bruna will go in.
Skynet will not rise today.
Hey.
All right, so Gruna has gone into the room on her own.
I'm right behind
Gorf,
Bruno.
Gorf looks at Guru and be like,
See?
I follow
This
rather
is what
quickly.
I mean.
And
Well, hi.
you hear the dragon say, "Little snack, come here."
Hi, big dragon. How can I call you in a respectful way?
You
Any
could
name?
not pronounce my name.
Well, sure. And I just approach him. I mean, if he wants me dead, I will be dead, alright? I know the tongue's spell. I can try to pronounce it.
Well, I mean, you can try that if you want. Go ahead.
So, as a matter of respect for you, dragon, I will. Let me see if I do in fact have tongues or what do I have? I have comprehend language. Never mind, because how does it?
Were you lying to me? Were you?
Yeah, I do not have tongues. I do have.
Okay, so
understand.
lies. So it's lies and deceit.
Everything
You all
lies.
did.
Everything lies.
Slander.
It's all right. Okay. All right, Kuna. So he ignores that thing that didn't happen because it didn't happen. So
It didn't happen. It never happened.
where are your friends?
Well, I think they're a little bit of. I
Yeah,
would say like a whisper. They cannot go forward. I don't think they wanna.
Gorf's gonna come in. He's like,
I
"You
was standing
shouldn't
right
do
behind Bruno.
this by yourself.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure.
great
Now.
one. Oh, great one. We humbly seek passage through to the fourth mine.
Who's speaking right now?
Guru.
Goru.
Oh,
Guru.
okay. Could you enter the room if you're going to speak to the dragon, please?
Oh, I said I followed Gruna.
Do
and,
you not have control of your token?
like right at, oh,
You just press on it and you should be able to drag it if you have control. We are in the top side, the middle section.
He's
Yeah,
up with
it's-
us.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's difficult to see.
Over here. Here's where you are.
are you?
But
are you
for
in the
now-
Roll20?
There we go.
For now, I will just get you in there.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so you're in now.
We'll figure it out later.
All right, yes. So go ahead.
Oh, the music changed now. Okay.
oh, great one. We humbly ask that we may have safe passage, for we are trying to go on a mission in
No,
this.
no.
This mine.
Furball, you have nothing that I want. And then he looks over at Gorf and he looks over at Dill and he says, "But you do. Come
Good luck,
closer."
guys.
I step closer.
All right. Gorf,
Gorf will step closer.
all right. My masters abandoned me here. I think they wanted me to destroy you when you came.
And
Fuck.
you did.
I think I have a better plan. My horde has been taken. I think I'd like to start it again. What do you have to offer me for safe passage through the mines?
Let me check my inventory.
Well, he looks very specifically at a few things and he says, "That rod would give me great comfort in this dank place.
Our beach episode.
That pretty little club that you carry
would give me joy to handle against my masters. Ah. And that little necklace that you have, it will allow me to escape this place permanently. One of them. You must give me one of them.
He's waiting.
Should we give him the necklace?
I could offer you safe passage with the necklace.
I don't know. If
He looks at you.
negotiating with
He
the
looks at you
dragon
and
is a good
just
idea.
laughs. He finds this concept hilarious.
Are you bargaining with me, boy?
Yeah, we don't really have a leg to stand on. I would just give him the necklace.
Are you bargaining? Are you bargaining with him, Dill?
I nod slightly.
Gorf
All right,
takes
so-
a big step back.
Like,
Away
Yeah.
from Dill.
As you do that, the dragon just rushes you, and hold on just a moment. He does a thing. Does a 26 hit? Yes, it does.
Let me
Cutting
double
word.
check.
Cutting-
He just
Cutting
just
words.
backhands you.
Oh,
Sure, you
feel
can
like-
try. You can try cutting words.
Okay, I think it's.
I mean,
Wait,
if
now.
you. So what I'm gonna say is, if you want to start combat with a dragon, you can try cutting words.
do you want to start coming with a dragon?
Are we fighting this guy? I
no.
mean,
Don't.
He's
So
about to-
stop metagaming right now,
Okay,
or I'm gonna kill
fine.
you all.
I won't cutting words then.
This is not a time where you get to discuss. You are literally standing in front of a dragon. You can't have a conversation about whether you want to kill the dragon in front
Mhm.
of the goddamn dragon. So
I'll see the apprehensiveness to start the fight with all my friends, and I'll not use cutting words.
So, the dragon smacks you. It's obvious that it's not as hard as he could. So he just sort of smacks you back. You take 7 damage and get thrown 15 feet backwards. So Dill,
I'm thrown back. Dill doesn't really flinch. He doesn't feel pain, so he sort of stands up again.
well, here's something new and exciting.
You do now.
Now you do.
Dill is shell shock. It's like when you sort of hit your head in the back and you're sort of stunned for a few seconds. He's in that mode, but for like a minute, he's just sort of laying on the ground. He's never felt pain before.
Kill him.
Even the slightest pain must be super painful for him.
He's dead.
He's just
Oh
like
my God.
Loki in Avengers on the ground.
So the dragon looks at you and says,
Would you like to bargain some more?
We accept
He's
your
just stunned.
counter offer. Gorf is gonna go up to Dill and be like, "Give me the necklace."
That was a gift from the ferryman.
Or the rot.
wait, which one was the gift from the ferryman?
No, the portal
Necklace.
necklace. No, it wasn't.
The necklace of the plains.
Was
Yeah.
it?
No.
No.
Oh, I
mean,
I flavored it that way because it just
okay,
appeared
right,
out of
so that
nowhere.
was flavored. All right, yes, no, it's fine. Yes, so, yes, it's a gift from the ferryman.
Give him the rot. He wanted to.
Corton will kill us.
Yep. The
Well, we're
necklace
gonna
is
get
the
killed by
best
Corton or the
choice.
dragon. You choose.
I mean, if Corton wants it back, he can go talk to the dragon himself at this point.
I ripped the necklace from
Sorry, Dill.
my neck.
And you feel a little bit of pain as the chain scrapes your neck.
I give it to Gorf.
And Gorf goes over.
Still on the ground.
All right. So as you hand the necklace to the dragon laughs and says,
I will give you something as a thank you for my freedom. I will leave a little present with your master to help you find mine when it's time for them to die.
and you see him grasp the necklace, speak a few words in Draconic, and suddenly disappear. And the dragon is away now.
Right when that
waves-
happened, the music like dropped, like really
Yeah.
intense. That was so cool.
That's why I want to control the music, but it's not that easy with I will go running to Dylan. Are you alright?
No!
So, how does it feel, buddy?
I don't like it.
No one does.
Slowly
Yeah,
sit
no
up.
one likes it. It's not
I've
just
never
pretty
felt
true.
pain before.
Well, that's not actually true, Gorf. I met some orc people that they were kind of into that shit.
While she's saying that, I'll just like pinch him just to see if he can like feel it, or if it was a fluke.
Me?
Yeah, Dill.
Ah,
Ah. Oops, sorry.
So, we
I wanted to get
get...
your reaction, see? Sometimes it's gotta keep you on your toes.
That's right.
So yeah, pain is one of our earthly pleasures. Welcome to being alive.
All right.
You'll grow a tolerance for it.
All right,
Maybe.
cohort, are we going through this door, or are we gonna sit around here and click our heels?
I don't
Good
know,
question.
I suppose.
Do you want to
now
send the
time
bird, or should we just go,
as good
well,
as any.
as we always do?
I can send the bird, yes. Sorry.
All right. As you send the bird and you describe this to your friends, what it sees is that the final level of the mine isn't a level at all. It is an entire city underneath the mountain. Because the Raven's eyesight is so good, it describes to Dill in emotional detail that there's a giant staircase that leads down, portals everywhere, leading across fields of lava that separate the various sections of the city. There is an entire gladiatorial arena topped with a giant statue of a champion. There is a beautiful complex of towers and tunnels and bridges in the sky. There is a huge throne room that stands alone by itself amidst enormous statues, gardens all throughout the center of the city, with apartments and shops and houses spread throughout. And all the way across, you see a giant stage surrounded by chairs filled with devils and demons, all chittering and screaming and talking. As you look upon a pit fiend holding court. And with that, we will end today's session.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I think maybe we should do
Okay.
stealth.
You
By
should
the way-
what?
I think maybe we should do stealth.
Yeah, we
Right?
can try. By the way, nice Dragon Boys.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was
That was a
awesome.
good
so
Dragon
badass.
Boy. That was
Yeah.
a good Dragon Boy.
I like.
That's one of that's.
Yeah.
That is actually one. That's actually one of the ones that I can do naturally. Like I did, it's not a mod.
At first, I was like, "Was it a mod?" I was like, "No, he's doing something with his tongue or something to do that," which is awesome.
I cannot hold that down. I can do it. Nope.
That's just Bane.
I can do fairies like this, but I cannot hold that.
So yes, thank you everybody for joining us today. I had so much fun. I hope that
So
everyone
good.
else did too. Thank you for
Oh,
all
yeah.
the subs. That was incredible. You guys are great. I love how supportive this community is and how awesome all of you are. A couple of announcements tonight it would be midnight GMT, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to be actually designing the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo to go with our Scooby-Doo adventures, which is super fun. Our friend Steven is going to come back and DM this with us, where he's a 3D designer, and he's going to design this with us. Going to be awesome. Magnum Rage is going to be joining us again
Yeah,
as
Magnum.
Scooby-Doo. I will be there as Velma.
God.
I will be wearing my orange sweater that I got.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm very excited about that. So cool. Then that's going to be it for this week for us. Of course, there'll be Battle Royale on the server on Saturday. But I am moving tomorrow, so I will not be doing anything tomorrow or Friday. And then next week, Lando is moving, so we are actually going to be taking a week off, except for Thursday next week. I got the pre-orders, both of the big pre-order packages for Magic the Gathering Arena. So on the 8th, next Thursday, we are going to be doing a big unboxing. Me and Guillermo are to go through all the
Nice.
different cards, all the new things. I get the LOL Planeswalker. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And we're going to do a little deck building, and then we're going to kick the shit out of each other.
I hope to be there too,
That'll be
but it kind
fun.
of depends on how things go. We'll see.
Sure. There's
And
so
whenever
does anybody else have any announcements?
Well, yeah, tomorrow we have, if I'm not mistaken, my art stream. If you want to hop with me and see how I finish Ethiul, actually, the player that with the Demian is playing, you can see how he's looking. Right now, I only have to finish the colors, so maybe I'll be able to finish it tomorrow. So if anyone wants to see the process and ask me about my art techniques or what I'm doing or about the characters, feel free to join.
Yay for D&D art. So yes, that's going to be
Love
same
it.
time out. Normally we start between 12 and 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is 4 and 4:30 GMT for our European fans. And yes, thank you again so much for coming. And definitely reach out to us if you have any questions or suggestions. We love to hear from you. So have fun.
Goodbye,
Bye,
guys. Thanks for the
everybody.
raid.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.